computer. Hey
What?
everybody, it's Lee, and this is Let Us Say It For You.
Big Mike in his house.
And ladies, he's back. He's tall. He's Jamaican. He's a
Yeah.
DJ. Champion lover. Whoa. Champion lover. We have DJ Stretch from Ecstatic Sound in the building. Thank you, Stretchy.
I'm here again, once more.
I called him very last minute and he came on because he loves me dearly and he helped me. He told me I was very last minute. He is correct. But I was like, I'd like to have another person on this episode. So you came through. I appreciate you every time. Well, we'll start with you, Stretch. What's been new since the last time all the ladies got a glance at you, man? What you been doing?
We're doing everything.
Okay.
Everything we can do. We got the anniversary coming up, my
Whoop,
birthday
whoop.
coming up. So we
Whoop,
drink
whoop.
every day. So,
Oh, that cancer gang. You guys are crazy. Mike is like, yeah. So let me shout that out too, because I'm their fill-in manager until they find another one. Which something tells me they have not been looking for one. But anyway,
we don't have the time right now. We got anniversary to plan.
Right.
We don't have the time.
Ecstatic's second anniversary party, that is 17th, July 17th. That's not this Saturday coming, but next Saturday. And then Stretch's birthday is the 15th.
Yes, ma'am.
July 15th. Right? August, I'm thinking of Mia. So we got his birthday coming up. We got the party coming up. So shout out to Ecstatic Sound, doing very exciting things. Anything else you want to tell us? You okay?
We're doing pretty good. Taking trips and living life.
I see that fake plant still kicking.
Yep. It's over there.
Trash, I hate that. Okay. Big girl, woo! Coming through.
Big belly.
Big belly.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I am grateful. I'm just gonna start with that.
Hey man, won't he do it?
I am grateful and I am thankful. And for my friends and my family, it's like.
Hey, Micah, can I tell you something?
What you want to say?
Me is the Leah is the one acting pregnant. Okay, she's the one acting pregnant. The attitude that you're supposed to have, she has it.
But we're actually, this is her child. We talk about all the time.
I see that.
I'm just carrying the baby. It's not mine.
Furthermore, y'all know Micah has become me. Very, very close. Okay. Once a Pisces gets knocked up, we just kind of switch. So
shut up. But no, yeah, bro. I don't know if it took me getting pregnant to realize how amazing the people in my life are. But I just feel like not no shade to y'all before, but I don't know. I guess when you feel like your life is changing and you really need the people around you, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just kind of like follow suit. Mm-hmm. It was just, I don't know, bro. Like from the beginning, I just feel overwhelmed. I almost feel guilty for people who don't have as much support as me.
Not your problem.
And I know, but I'm just, at the beginning, I was like, damn, I feel so bad for people who don't have support. That shit sucks, bro. Like it has to suck. You know what I'm saying? To not have people to depend on, or to just be able to reach out to people and for them to extend just their things to you. They're things that they don't need and just stuff. It's always just been stuff. And then random people. Sheila from high school hit me up and was like, hey, do you need anything? I don't even talk to her.
Oh.
I don't even talk to Sheila. No shade. I like all of her pictures though.
Yeah, but still, I know what you mean.
She looks phenomenal. She needs to be in the Olympics. Just saying.
Yeah, her body's crazy.
Her body is crazy.
She used to run track.
She's probably still fast. I wonder if she ever want to go to the Olympics. Sheila was fast enough to go.
She was fast, yeah.
I'm gonna talk to her about that offline.
And she's still built like a track star.
Still got time.
Yeah, so
right?
She could.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know. But yeah, so no, I'm in a space of gratitude. I'm just grateful.
Amen. I've been okay today. I tended to my plants. I told Stretch that I've been hot girling it a little bit. Too much?
A little bit.
And, you know, I've kind of let my babies go a little bit. So I've had to come in here and talk to them and be like, damn, it's bad. Like 2 of my big plants are in the tub because I had to shower them off. And then I had to spray them with this thing called neem oil. It stops like these little bugs that try to eat it. So it's like,
Right.
I had to just talk to them all. And there's still more work to be done. But that's what I've been on. And I'm with you, you know, today I posted something that it was just like, you know, I'm at a stage in my life where I can't stop smiling and I can't stop being grateful for things. So I think that you said that. I just posted that today. And my caption was, I love all you motherfuckers, because I do. It's another post I had where it's just like, I only talk to 3 people a day and that's fine. And I was like, kinda, it's Micah, it's Bree, and it's Stretch. I consistently talk to the 3 of you every day. So hey, you know, I'm in the same boat as you, my pregnant friend. You know, I'm waiting on my son. It's a good time. So, you know. All right. Well, anyway, again, thank you for joining us. I have a plethora of topics today because the world is a psychotic place.
Oh my God.
Let's start light. This came up. I saw this like last week. So the US, us, right, where we live, they're letting people pick their gender on their passport. You can just be whatever fuck you want to be. I want to be a nigga, so I'm a man. How we feel about this? Look how they say.
Okay.
I could almost guarantee Micah's gonna feel the same way I feel about this shit. Because this is just stupid.
This
Like,
is dumb. What?
This is dumb.
This is so dumb. Wait. Okay. Let's go like criminal minds here, right? Okay.
That's where I go.
Boom. So I'm a woman. I identify as a man or them, whatever. I'm them, right?
They.
I'm them. I'm they. Cool. All right. So I go in, I take a picture from my passport, and this is my face, but I am him, right? I'm him. So I say, I want to be male, right? What if Micah Nixon, who now identifies as a man, is abducted? They will be looking for a male.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, if we go deeper, if I'm taken, if I get into a car accident and they can't find my vehicle, and then, you know, just all these different type of things that are tied to your identity, like your name, your sex, you know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't that complicate things later? Because you were born this way on your birth certificate, but your passport says something totally different. Like,
I see you walk up to the front, I'm gonna be like, but you got boobs. What
is gonna happen?
And then it's like, then that uncomfortable conversation comes up where you're not supposed to offend transgender people, because I'm assuming this is the only reason why you would pick this, right? Because I want to be a man now. So then, you know, somebody, but it's just like, okay, is something wrong with your passport or what? You have a hard time going to Mexico because they don't get what the fuck going on.
And then Stretch gonna be like, but you have boobs. Like, what if he says that?
I identify as a man.
This person is like,
he gonna say to me,
I am taking testosterone.
Listen, can you imagine a little kid stand up beside him, I'm like, but you're a man, sir.
Yeah.
And they do that. And they do that because kids are like ruthlessly.
And they just say what comes to mind.
Ruthlessly honest.
You can't cancel a kid. They don't give a damn.
They don't give a fuck about nothing.
I'm very confused.
I'm not sure, and I'm obviously, like, I'm sure this is obviously in efforts to, you know, let transgender people feel more comfortable. I feel like this is all I ever think about is like, okay, if I am a woman that wants to be identified as a man now, all I ever think about is the babies, right? So it's just like, I'm with Micah now, and me and Micah been fucking, you know, I got a little dick, but Micah is dealing with it because she fucked with me. Because, you know, when vaginas turn to penises or whatever, they're not very impressive. So poor Micah just been waiting for this baby that I ain't gonna never give her. It's like, why do we have to go to that extent to change our gender? You know, because it's like, why? It's like, we just gonna lie now. You get what I'm saying? Because
I think
a couple episodes ago on your driver's license, you are for a certain state. I forgot what state it was. I think it was Ohio or something. You can put whatever gender you want on your driver's license. So how fucking is that?
I think they're trying to accommodate them so much that they're not seeing how it makes other people feel.
That shit crazy.
Yeah. I think even when growing up, that Jamaican artists would talk about them in the songs. They would go to cancel these people because I am not saying I'm not with your lifestyle. I can't disagree with you. Nobody can disagree with them, or is you're against them and you're canceled.
True.
Yeah.
So they don't care about how it makes anybody else feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
homophobia is the fear of gay people. I don't agree with you being gay. It's not me being afraid of you.
Exactly.
Right? So we need to address that homophobic stuff because I'm not afraid of men kissing each other. I'm just
that's what it is. Like they think because you're not in agreement with them, it's against what they got going on or whatever.
But I'm not but homophobia. A phobia is a fear.
Right.
No one is afraid of these people, hence why so much deaths and assaults happen to. They're not afraid of these people. Right. They don't like what they're doing. They don't agree with what they're doing. Right. So I feel like you said, like if I disagree with your lifestyle, that's like your mom disagreeing with you smoking weed.
Right.
Wink.
That's like your mom disagreeing with you not being married first.
Right.
Wink.
We can really like make this very minimal to what people don't agree with everyday life stuff. And we don't say that our moms are childophobic or whatever the case is. Like they're not afraid of us. They don't agree.
I never understood it growing up. I just never understood it. I couldn't wrap my head around it.
It's transphobic. That's the thing.
Transphobia. Yeah.
So we can get off of homophobic and then the transphobic, and it's like
to me that's worse.
But that is because that's really what it is. You being able to pick whatever gender you want to be for. But let's be honest. Stretch, are you not afraid of running into a bad bitch that's a man?
Wait. We had this conversation the other day, remember?
Right. Ain't you scared?
On my Instagram, right? Like I'm telling you, if you saw it, you would not know that it was a man.
She was.
And I've been following this person for at least 5 months now. I did not know.
Oh wow.
My brother actually went in its DM and was like, "You're a man, ain't it?" And it was like, "Yeah." He answered straight up, "Yeah, I was a man."
He said, "You a man, ain't it?"
Yeah.
Ain't you? You a nigga.
Straight up.
Tell me the truth.
And I just hit the unfollow button right away. Like it was like,
all right, cool. So now we're here. Here. I'm a man. I'm a woman. Whatever. Whatever. So listen, at what point is it going to be normalized in our everyday conversation when we meet people? Hey, no shade. I think you look very feminine. But are you a woman?
Man or a woman, yeah.
Or can we normalize that without people getting upset?
Offended, yeah.
If somebody says that to me, I may feel a way a little bit.
I have a right to know. But think about it. I go in your room to have sex with you and I look on this bedside table and I see a little boy on there and I was like, "Who's that?" And you're like, "That was me." And I'm like,
"What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?"
See, that's not okay.
That's not okay.
What I'm talking about.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's like now when we're going to the extent of letting transgender people or whoever, if I just feel like being a man today, when you go to, I'm not gonna stress anybody out claiming I'm a nigga, right? Because these titties out here, my ass, my hair, whatever, like I look like a woman. But for the ones that you can't really tell because they are transgender, why? It's like, to me, it seems like we're trying to offer another level of deception that isn't needed, because all that's going to happen if there's so much transgender violence already.
Right.
I think if a bitch look at my passport, see, I'm a woman, but ain't no somebody still find out what you think this man gonna do to this person.
So that's what I'm saying. With
dating, like, why do you have to go to the extent of that?
Yeah.
Especially a Jamaican man, you're gonna lose your life.
Oh my gosh, Stretch ain't know what to do. Stretch ain't know what to do. He was like, "I'm following." It was just too much.
But I'm saying in the dating world, it can get okay. So Think about people who have AIDS. Think about people who have herpes. None of these people tell you this off rip, and they may even have sex with you without telling you that, right? Mm-hmm. So I can low key deal with her. I was I can low key deal with herpes.
Yeah, because I remember you have
a whole different.
You have condoms to protect you from that. What protects you from you doing something like that?
I can deal with the after conversation of you telling me, yeah, I have breakouts. Breakouts of what?
Acne? You got acne?
Oh wow. You know what I'm saying? And so if someone says I have something to tell you, like right when it's about to happen, I don't have a penis. I'm like,
I'll be like, so what are you gonna put in here? Because listen, me and Micah in my living room tried to scissor before. We tried to understand. Do it. We did not enjoy what
I don't understand it.
We were just like, it's very confusing.
How do you
everything is weird.
How do they? How does it work?
Listen, you're asking the wrong dude.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like it can get dangerous for dating.
Very dangerous.
People are already lying about things that are not as grandiose as you saying I'm a male or I'm a female.
And guess what? I wasn't even the only one who got tricked.
Oh.
You send me the page because I feel like a lot of women know what women look like. And I know some of these men.
I think I sent it to Leah in her.
He did send it to me.
I feel like it's hard. I feel like they outwoman us sometimes.
Here's what I say. For the person that he sent, they did look a little strong. But
strong.
They just look like somebody else who got their body done, right? Like everybody.
Right.
So it just looked like a girl that got her body done.
Because they got boobs, body done,
boobs, big old
lashes,
ass.
hair, all the whole nine.
And all you thinking is maybe this bitch just a little stronger in the face.
But look, most girls nowadays, that's the blueprint for them. Lashes, boobs done, ass done. You know.
Your face. Your face.
And think about it.
I want a lineup of 10 women right now. 10 women ages 20 to 30. And I just want to line up to see what the norm is, because I don't see a lot of, BBLs? I don't see a lot of BBLs.
Let's start that topic now. Let's go to that topic.
Then we're going to go right in. Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's fine. We're going in there.
I was just saying I don't see a lot of BBLs. Like I feel like, hold on.
Little baby, not the baby. Little baby. Look at the best in that. Ooh, little baby tweeted a tweet that said, he tweeted a tweet that said, "Oh, if she, I still natural if her ass used to be her stomach." Thing to that effect. And stretch. That didn't sit right.
It's his opinion, though.
It's his opinion, and I get it, but it didn't sit right with me because I just feel like, but it's not though. So let's get
you gotta mute her mic for the time being.
You asked me to do this. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh wow. All right. Okay.
So, like I said, first of all, it's his opinion. It's not a fact.
What we understand that it's opinion. It doesn't matter. Everything debating is opinion. So,
I know. So that leads me to the point where what he's saying is bullshit. It's just his opinion. People have bullshit opinions. The dangerous part is sharing your bullshit opinion with millions of people that follow you. Now, you saying some wild shit like that.
Unmute yourself. Yes. Okay. Sorry, Stretch. Go.
So I mean, I could get where he's coming from as far as his point of view on that, because it's one body part to the next, but that shit is not natural.
Did you see it, Micah? It was what Terry put in the chat. Little baby, he said he still calls her natural.
Yeah, if it's from her stomach.
Her ass, yes. So go ahead.
That to me was stupid, but yeah, that's not natural. That can't be considered natural.
I mean, okay, yeah, no, it's not,
no,
right?
Not.
I mean, okay, so it's her stuff, right? Yeah, like it came from her.
Stuff. Right.
It's her stuff, her fat.
Right.
And if she wants to put it elsewhere, I want you to take this, put this here. So what I would say, obviously, the whole natural thing is she wasn't born with it. Okay, cool, whatever. wasn't born with the shape. She definitely grew that fat. That was her. I feel like we should give her props for having that fat to put elsewhere, right? But I'm just saying in general, you aren't born like that. And if you want to change anything you want, however you do it, I don't think trying to glorify who took it from their stomach, from who had to get it, implanted, it's still the same ending result, is it not?
Yeah.
You're putting something that wasn't there before to enhance something that's
so it's not natural. That's what I'm trying to tell Leah. I'm trying to tell her there's fact and opinion, because what he's saying is not a fact. What he's saying is just
how he feels.
But like I said, obviously it's an opinion. So that's irrelevant. What's annoying to me, I guess, is just like there's such a tear in between. I've made this argument before where I'm not going to be not hypocritical enough. I would say I don't know that plight. I don't know the plight of, dang, I wish I had bigger boobs. I have big boobs. Damn, I wish my ass was bigger. I have a big ass. So it's one of those things where I'm not gonna go in on somebody who isn't comfortable with how they look. Like, you get what I'm saying? And a part of me kind of feels like, what do you think, sis? If you want to move some shit from here and put it over here, all right, whatever, right? I know people that have done this, but I don't care for the glorifying of stuff like that, just for the simple fact that I have a daughter, right? I have a daughter. I went natural because my daughter wanted to look like a white bitch. She wanted to look like a character. So I did perms just so my kid can feel comfortable with how she looks. And then unfortunately, Mia doesn't listen to Lil Baby, and she's 8. So, there are things that I don't have to worry about along those lines. But at the same time, I think for me already having like a weirdness with black men, mind you, his baby mama and the girl he'd been with, his last baby mama, both of them got their bodies done. So clearly this type of shit doesn't faze him. He's not worried about this. I think I saw T.I. in the comments. He put one of these emojis and put something else. I don't know if he put this.
Tiny body done too.
But tiny body done the fuck up too. So it's kind of just like, I think now I feel bad for us, like as women, because it's just like, if we ultimately want to be with a man and they only want a woman that has big ass, big titties and a small ass stomach, because bitches just hips and shit. Like, that's what I'm trying to, we are doing a lot. And I don't believe most of these women are doing this for themselves. I feel like they're doing this for the attention of our counterparts. And this is what the fuck we're being told we have to kind of live up to.
Right. But if you think about the type of nigga that likes that, right? Because I can literally, it looks good. It does look good, right? And it probably, I heard it doesn't feel as good as it looks. And so I feel like so I think men in general are visual creatures, right? Visual attract men, right?
We're very simple humans, yeah.
Yeah, but if I see titties, I'm like, oh my God, those titties. And if, you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like that's what I was trying to say. If you line up 20 women from ages 20 to 30, just the range, just up and down, whatever, just to see body types, normal, BBLs, whatever the case is, what is the consensus of how many women are actually getting their bodies done? And so, yes, it has increased. It has increased. So I'm not going to say that it's not, I don't know, like in our back door. Cause like you said, you know somebody very close who did it. I know somebody close to somebody I know that did it. You feel me? So I know people that I can call right now and say, how was it? How do you feel? That wasn't like that, I want to say 5 years ago. It's kind of like all of a sudden just kind of took over. And so when I think about
taking over the Black community, like
right. And so when I think about Black women's bodies in general, there are shapes. We have shapes already. And so to accentuate the shape that you already had, or to try to go after the shape that's already always been wanted. Like this big booty shit is not new.
Not new.
Not. You know, this big titty shit is new. I don't remember people wanting both.
That was more of a white people thing.
Yeah. And so, but
Black women like big titties.
Yeah, but I'm seeing a lot of Black women getting their breasts done. That we don't do breasts. That's not a thing that we do. But I'm seeing a lot of whole body alterations happening. You know what I'm saying? To fit the Coke bottle that we already had, you're just accentuating it. So it's like the men that like bodies like that, the culture that we're looking at that is glorifying these bodies, they're affluent rappers.
All right.
No, dance hall. Go dance hall. DJ.
So like you said, this big booty thing is not new.
Right.
Like you also said, men were simple creatures. We don't.
I said visual. You said simple.
But we're simple. We're not complicated.
I'm trying to get y'all credit.
We're not complicated. We're very simple. Like, give us this and that, and we'll be fine. It's not like a female where you got to make sure she's fine and she's happy and all that. We just need these 3-4 things, and we're okay.
Right.
You know, we don't really think too much. But like I always tell everybody, women are 10 million times smarter than men because we're very simple. Don't take much. So me now seeing something that's, like you said, it looks good. That's one thing crossed off the list, that it looks good. Right. We don't care about what she thinks, her mind, none of that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
A guy like me now, I want you to be in the gym with me. Like, I don't 100% agree with you running to get the easy way out to do that, even though I heard it's not easy, because I had
but I get you. Yeah.
Two friends last week that just did the surgery. You know what I'm saying? And now it's really like, it's attainable now. Yeah. So back then, people would think of it as the super expensive thing to do.
Yeah, Stretch said that to me too. He was
right, and then now it's like
it's cheap.
It's like it's cheap now to them because you could do payments on it, you could finance it, your credit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you get this much money for your taxes. You could put on your it's like $5 or $7 grand, and then you get your whole thing done.
BBLs for everybody.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like now it's attainable. These people are saving up their money. You get from your taxes, all of this stuff.
Yeah, damn.
And you get it. Back then, it seemed like the most impossible shit to do. Like only white people could get this stuff.
You're right. You're right. You are definitely right about that.
So
you know what? But you know what I thought about? It's like, remember, I don't know if you guys like back when like Jennifer Lopez, like when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking Jennifer Lopez's ass was so big. Like I remember thinking like that shit don't even make sense. Like when she was in the movie Selena, I remember thinking, wow. I think at this point my ass bigger than J-Lo. Like and J-Lo's ass just looks like a regular ass now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've used to gauge how ridiculous we have gotten with these fake asses. Like it's crazy.
Well, think about it. Back then, all this stuff used to be frowned upon. Like if you get surgery done back in the day, people look at you different and downgrade you.
And black man used to love J-Lo because of that ass. Yes.
But like even when females get them lip shots and all of that stuff, people look down on all of that. Like there was some crazy people shit.
I just feel like when did it change? Like all the people that get them lip things,
because it becomes glorified. It's glorified now by the media. The media controls everything.
True.
Every single thing. So if these main people in mainstream media, which is now social media, because it's not just radio no more or TV, it's everything.
But that's what I was saying. So without the afford part, the people that we're looking at that are doing these things have money.
Right.
And so, like you said, I didn't even know you can put down on the body. What the fuck is that? Yes, like, I didn't know you could make a payment plan. Obviously, credit is a real thing. Obviously, people make payment plans for leases and cars and homes.
Right.
But this is not a thing that I would think people would apply to that. So when I think about the people that we see on a regular, because a lot of us follow these celebrities. We really do. And what do the celebrities do? They got time and they got money.
But think about this, right? Recently, I've seen the most I've ever seen designers on people was this year. Like everywhere you go, everybody has a designer.
This is Versace the fuck out.
Exactly. Back in the day, it's the people who have money wears these things. Nowadays, everybody's wearing.
But because the people who are following them, their followers are insane. And so they're capitalizing on their crowd, right?
Right. So I was saying to myself the other day, it was like, if they talk about nothing but positive things, the amount of shit that would change.
Obviously.
If they,
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's just crazy to me that this shift happening for the worse, not for the better, for the worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting, I guess, my plan is I just worry for the future of this. I don't really get phased because to me it's like we've kind of touched on this before, Michael, on the show, but just there's obviously insecurities there. Anything you go to try to enhance is because you don't like how it looks. You know, you don't like what you're representing or what you're showing, so you want to fix it.
Right.
So I get that, but I think it's like, it's very hard for me to not pity women that go through multiple full-blown body like augmentations. Like,
it's sad. I
think a video in the group chat a couple weeks ago. It was Dream Doll. And I don't know if a lot of people remember, Dream Doll used to be on Bad Girls Club. That's where we first saw her. I remember she like kicked the shit out of somebody, got kicked off, and now she's a rapper. But Dream Doll, like, just comfortably, like, going on live, like Regular said. So I just had a hip reduction, and then she turned around and showed her butt. She's like, this is my 4th one. You know, it takes time, it takes work. It's like, bitch, are you serious? And it's hard for me to see that and I'd be like, yes, bitch, get them hips taken off. It's just like, you did this shit to yourself. We talked about K. Michelle. I love K. Michelle as a musician, but it's very hard for me to have all this pity for her ass when she keeps going under the fucking knife. K. Michelle face don't look nothing like it used to be. K. Michelle was my color. K. Michelle damn near my mama's shade now. So it's just like, you done did mad shit to yourself. And I feel bad for her. For me, it's just like, damn, it's gonna always.
But the thing is,
Little Kim is the worst too.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Lil' Kim is crazy. But I think they're gonna continue doing that because they think that doing this gives them confidence and validation and all of these things. But when they don't get it,
they've never been satisfied.
When you don't get it, you're still searching for what else is there for you to hold on to make you feel comfortable with it. But even doing all of this, you still feel like shit. You still feel insecure.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to me, those are the ones that I would be better with. Like, if you are happy, but you just don't like that you can't get rid of the stomach, or you don't like that remember Mia told me my titties were long. So fine, I don't like my titties are long. So if you want to go do this because it's a you thing, then for me, I can support that more because there's nothing wrong with there's nothing worse than not being happy with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can understand that. And no, everybody doesn't want to work out. Like, I don't like working out, but I'd rather work out than get surgery. So it's like, all right, fine, fuck it, stretch, let's go work out. You know, for me, it's like that. But for some people, they don't mind. So I feel like if we're going along those lines and it's really for you, sis, then okay. But then, like, seeing shit like like K. Michelle, it was just like, and she's going, I've almost lost my life. Y'all don't understand. Bitch, we didn't tell you to go put all that shit in your ass. What you want me to cry for? Why? I didn't did this. K. Michelle, like, my size with, like, she just did so much, and then she's not the nicest person all the time either. And then now K. Michelle looks completely different, and I feel like a lot of young girls do look up to the hers and Ari's and Nicki Minaj. Everybody love Nicki. We just keep ignoring the fact that Nicki obviously did her body too. It's like everybody fucking does this now, and then it's like.
But you gotta understand though.
Like, we just okay with this shit.
But you also gotta understand we live in a fast-paced world where everything they want quick validation of everything. So in order to go to the gym,
my Amazon shit same day.
In order to go to the gym, it's gonna take you some months to get that body.
Right.
So to get that body right away, it's one day in the doctor's office, and you get the knife, and you're in pain for a month, and then boom, you're outside with a new body.
So that's the thing. I feel like the shift of being a teenager today, a teenage girl today,
you know how big they look.
It's such a large part. It's always been about looks in our society, just period. Mm-hmm. It's always been about that. The color of your skin, how long your hair is, the color of your eyes. Like, it's always been that. But I feel when I was younger, when I was 14, I wasn't trying to have a body. I wasn't thinking about my body in that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I was having a good time. I was being a 14-year-old. I was liking boys and going to the movies and doing
teenager shit.
Kid shit, right? Yeah. So when I think about our kids now, they're looking at makeup tutorials because they're available. They're looking at the outfits of some of these people, like the people on TikTok and the people on social media in general, or they follow fucking Cardi B and they love her outfits. You know what I'm saying? That's a grown lady ass outfit and you want it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they have a constant pour of what you need to look like to get the attention. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't worried about attention when I was 14, but I was in a whole nother world than these 14-year-old girls are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to catch up, like I was just talking to my cousin, she just turned 21. And she's like, well, I want to dress more like a girl. Like I want to get more into my whatever. I feel like I don't know how to put on makeup. I don't know how to do my eyebrows, whatever. She is very simple, basic, pretty girl, nice skin. She don't gotta do shit. She's one of those girls that girls who put on makeup all the time will probably hate because her skin is flawless, right?
Like
and
this
so
one over here.
And her eyebrows are thick as hell. Like I'm telling you, like she's fine. She's perfect, right? So now,
and you know why too? Because she hasn't been doing all that shit. So her skin is just like
right. It's just breathing,
just like
right,
right.
So now she's trying to get into the wardrobe and then the makeup. Light beat. I just want a little bit of eyeshadow. I don't want too much. I don't want to look like a ghost. I said, I feel you, sis. I feel you. I'm gonna send you some beginner shit. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
But I was on Fashion Nova and I'm trying to show her like styles that she can get into. And every fucking model has the smallest waist ever. So I'm just like, God damn it. So now it's making me feel away because I don't want to send her this outfit because it's not going to look like that on her.
Yes.
And I don't want her to be like body conscious, right? I'm trying to show her an outfit. And every fucking model on every site that I shop on, I know how to differentiate between what's gonna look good on me and that's not my body.
I just figured out my height differences. Like literally, that model is 5'10", bitch. You are 5'10".
Yeah,
It ain't gonna look like that on you.
And so it scares me because they spiral faster than we do.
Yeah.
They are so super overcritical of
these
themselves.
little kids, this new generation weak as fuck, bro. Like,
you know, and so I'm like, damn, bro. I'm sending her stuff, and I'm just like, I hope she's not saying those jeans are not gonna like that on me. That's not gonna look like that on me. That's not gonna look like. I'm just trying to get her to look at the outfit and not the woman in the outfit.
That makes me so sad.
To be honest, they got the smallest waist. Like, bro, you bought that shit, bro.
And they titties, bro. I'm like, man, my titties ain't gonna look like that, man.
But
average bodies, like.
But think about it. But think about it. There's a lot of shift to a lot of things nowadays. Like kids don't even want to play sports no more. Like
you know,
growing up, if you didn't want to play sports, we just look at you as this weak, like crazy. Like how can you not want to play sports? I got a nephew right now that would not take up a fucking basketball, and when he was 8 years old, he was wearing a size 12 shoes. That's how big this little nigga is.
Big ass. Your whole family just must be.
You know what I'm saying? Like his dad has big ass feet and big. Like he is a huge little kid. When he was 3 months, he was holding on, standing up at 3 months. Big ass kid.
Big ass.
That's how big he was. Yeah. He's a linebacker size dude right now. You get what I'm saying? And he don't like sports because every second he has the phone or the computer watching some shit.
Yeah.
Right. So solution. All right. Solution.
For me, right? If he lived with me for a week, he would hate me because little nigga, you are going to the gym and you're going to the basketball court with me. You get what I'm saying? Like he'd be on the phone, literally. I pick him up from school. And he has a laptop in his lap in the car coming from school.
Because he gotta do stuff. You know,
like
life.
Man.
But that's what I'm saying. So for the body images and the constant having to feel like, okay, my 16th birthday, I want to save up because I want to buy some titties.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying? Like that could be the new thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to save my money to buy this ass.
Listen,
like what the fuck?
Over the past month, the 4 girls I know that did their bodies are under 25. All 4 of them. One of them turned 22. The other one is like 24. Like all of them are under 25. All of them.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a new aspiration.
This is the past month.
Constantly looking at. So how do we say, okay, we're fucked. So Z and millennials, we're fucked. Whatever. That's what we're saving for. Got it. But for the younger Z, I think, Mia's a Z. So what are they? Liana. So Liana and Mia, they're on like 8 years apart, right? 7 years apart?
6. We counted last night.
6. They're in the same generation, right? And so the 21-year-olds, I think she's in their generation too. Maybe, whatever. So the generation under us, 21 and below.
Yeah.
What would be their solution if you had one in this situation? Because we cannot keep them from any of this shit, right? So what are we going to do?
I think a lot of parents are very lazy now.
It's me. Yeah.
It's a lot of kids. It's a lot. Yeah.
Lazy. But it's gonna be on me. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it's a lot of parents that I think personally that's lazy, that they're taking the easiest way out by giving the kids whatever will shut them up.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you want a computer, you want to watch cartoons here, as long as you shut up.
No, yeah, they've been saying that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I feel like if you put the work in and be like, get your ass up, we're going to the park, we're gonna do this, put that down, cry if you want, like, we're going here.
Right.
Show them stuff like that. Because I was telling my nephew, I was like, majority of the stuff I learned about life, I learned it from playing basketball.
Being around.
I relate everything to basketball. I learned that from playing basketball since 9th grade. I learned teamwork.
I think
I learned how
to do that.
They do.
Yeah.
So I think being part of a team, like team sport, teaches you a lot about life.
I agree.
So when they don't have anybody pushing them to do that and just giving them the easy way out, like, go watch TV and leave me alone. Like, once you I've seen so many parents do it. Like, I've seen kids sucking titties at 2 years old, 3 years old. You get what I'm saying? Because they want their kids, the moms want to shut them up. So they're on titty, standing up, sucking breasts.
Okay, I get it. Go ahead. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So you do stuff like that just to shut them up. You're not putting any work in being a parent.
Okay.
My mom had to watch us, like, to make sure we didn't leave the yard. Like, after our house chores were done, listen, nobody looking, we out. Football field, basketball court. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna swim. We're doing all of these things, but now just give them the computer and leave them go anywhere you want to go and come back. They're gonna sit right there till you get back.
What I think for me, in worrying about my kid is, the odds of Mia having a pretty nice shape when she grows up seem fairly good. I look all right? So it's kind of the same way we've talked about school. College isn't like an option. It's like, am I going to go? Am I not going to go? It's kind of just automatic because this is what you grow up seeing, right? Like, me and Micah never really questioned if we were going to go to college. We just always knew we were going to go to college. So that's kind of the way I think I want to do it. With Liana, I don't have to worry about that. She really doesn't give a fuck about a lot of shit. Liana is the chillest kid ever. So she's not really much of a concern about it. Mine, I worry about her. So I've slowly, since she's been born, I feel like I've gotten her away from worrying so much about what people thought about her. I noticed that was something that she was already falling in that trap. And I didn't like that. So I think along the lines of parents who have daughters and who may eventually want to blow their titties up or get a smaller waist or whatever, the goal for me is to teach self-confidence. The goal for me is to teach you're beautiful the way you are. Hands, we natural, baby. This is what Black people hair look like. We're amazing, right? Do things to show this is it. She'll see me working out. Yeah, girl, I'm tired, but I'm working out. Mia does little things, which is so funny. She's like, Mommy, I've been doing my squats. I'm like, all right, cool. Good for you. But me already thinks working out is just something you're supposed to do. So I think that's the way I'm going to steer her away from wanting to do that. Because to me, I can imagine how uncomfortable that is. And like I said, for this younger generation, suicide is so high for them. They get so frazzled when someone doesn't like them. They get so frazzled if someone doesn't like their things or they didn't get enough likes on something. Like, they're OD with this shit. And so I think that's something that as parents, we're going to have to do, just especially with our little girls, because obviously they the ones getting BBLs, except Santana. Santana got one. He is a man, but
he didn't take his beard off. I'm very confused.
Santana is doing his thing. Like, Santana don't care, but
I want his beard to come off. Anyways, go ahead.
I don't know who y'all talking about, but continue.
It's a gay guy. But that's my plan. That's my thing. Just keep her in the presence of, I look great the way I am. And hopefully that just kind of is that way. But I worry. Yeah. And I just hope that the women that are doing it to the extent that they're doing it, because the people that I know that have done it, their shit isn't dreamed all OD or whatever fuck K Michelle had going on. But obviously they don't have the money to do all that shit. They, but the thing, what someone said to me when I was in
that's how it starts.
Exactly. That's what somebody said to me in Atlanta. He said it's like going to the gym. When you go to the gym and you start seeing results, you get addicted to doing it. That's how so many gym people become gym rats, because see shit changing and they were like, but I gotta keep doing it. When women go get surgery, they get addicted to the results. It's like, bruh, my stomach is fat as fuck. Do you see this? And then, you know what? These titties could still a little higher.
No, but guess what? What happened is there's no routine to none of that. So before you went and did that surgery, you're eating beef, pork, fried this, late night, all these lamb chops, late night, all of this. After you get that surgery done, you're back to eating the same shit. So now when that
on a diet too.
Right, when those love handles come back, you got to go back again. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, going to the gym. I was telling Leah this the other day. Going to the gym is more than just trying to get a body. If you're going just to be like, all right, I want to look like this, just solely that, and not enjoy the process, you're gonna be annoyed every time you walk in there.
I'm gonna be annoyed every time.
You're gonna be annoyed every time you walk in there. It's more than for most of the people that go to the gym every day, it's more than just working out. A lot of people go there just to get their mind.
It's a lifestyle. It's mental. Right. Yeah, I get it.
And then, like you said, when you see those results, your self-esteem goes up like up to here.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was a skinny kid. Like, you couldn't get me to take my shirt off back in the day because I was so skinny.
Now we can't get you to keep that shit on.
If I knocked my chest back in the day like this, you're hearing bones. That's how skinny I was. Is it what I'm saying? So working out gave me that self-esteem to be like, I don't give a damn. I look good. Take my shirt off. I work for this.
Take my shirt off.
I work for this. So, I mean, you habits are something you have to keep up. Like, you doing your body is nothing had to do with no routine. That's just a one-day event, and you're going back to the bad habits that you had before.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Well, some people don't. They look different, but they don't feel no different.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck with all that, y'all. Just stay safe. I don't know. Change your habits, like Stretch said, or you're gonna have to keep going back or something like that. There's a new I don't know if you guys have heard, there's a new strain of COVID again. It was found in Peru last year, and they think this strain may be immune to the vaccine. So just warning you, it's called the Lambda, 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 whatever. It was seen in Peru last year. They think it might be immune to the vaccine. So I'm just saying, hide your kids, hide your wives. I don't know. Be careful. I just want to tell you guys. Bill Cosby got released.
Sorry.
Are we excited? How do we feel? Yeah.
I just
working on a docu-series, and he's working on a new comedy special.
Yeah.
I just wish he came out the way he went in. Remember that when So okay, so for me, I'm all because he did serve 2 years.
He served, and it was a minimum of 2 or something like that. Like
it was the minimum 2 to like 6 or 8.
Oh.
No, it was very small. It was a considerably short sentence from what we're used to. Because the people we know, they be going to jail 15 years, 20. Yeah. Okay. So he got a considerably small sentence, but he did serve 2 years. For me, do I think he did it? Hell yeah, I did it. I think he did it. Do I think he was punished for what he did too fucking late? I do believe he was punished too fucking late for what he did. Yeah. Do I think that was a part of the fucking 60s and 70s? Hell yeah, I do. So it's like, I don't agree when people misuse their status, their celebrity, right? You get people to do certain things because of who you are, but it's always a choice leading up to that point. He should not have drugged those women. If he did, that's fucked up, period, right? I don't care if it was a part of the times. I don't care if Hollywood, everybody always talk about Hollywood and how weird and just fucking weird Hollywood is when it comes to everything sexual, right?
Party drugs and shit like
that. Yeah, everything is just so weird and almost like demonic, and it's just they got a lot of shit going on, right? So I'm not putting nothing past that. He served his time. I feel like it was too late around the amount of time what he was about to accomplish. It's very ironic that this story comes out and all these women come out, blah blah blah. So it's hard to not think conspiracy theory when we are Black. Everything has to be tied to some conspiracy. That's what we believe, especially if you're a celebrity. But that man did 2 years, bruh. He did 2 years. He's out. I'm pretty sure he was well behaved, bitch, because he old as fuck.
He's like 1 million years old.
I don't know what else he could have done. So am I happy that he's out? I'm just glad he didn't die in there, just to be honest. Like, I'm glad he didn't die in jail. Like, he was super old. I just feel like they should have made him go to like some type of counseling or I don't know. I feel like jail wasn't the answer for that situation. I feel like
quick answer to that. So he was up for parole a week before he got out, before the charges got dismissed. It was clinical error. So that somebody fucked up some of the paperwork and literally the charges just dropped. But his parole was rejected a week before, denied. And it was because he wouldn't go to the counseling because he's saying he's not. It's like, that's really, really admitting that you was out here raping bitches, and he still refuses to do that. This is why he was rejected. So he didn't do the counseling because he didn't want to do the counseling because that's
okay.
So there's that. Now his old ass is out. So fine. Yeah. About Cosby.
All right. So like Michael said, it's hard not to think about conspiracies because the man is an old ass man. This man is old. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like once you hear he's about to do all of this, everything comes out. I'm not saying you didn't do it. I wasn't there. I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell. I wasn't there.
He said he did it.
Hey, like I said,
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I mean, if I did there. You wasn't there. I wasn't there either.
Right. But
maybe he lying on himself.
In situations like that, I never say he's guilty if he said he ain't. I'm not saying they're wrong for saying he is. I'm just saying I don't know. But
somebody on my live said he ain't do it. All right, sir.
See, a lot of people think
like I said, I don't know. Like to me, to be honest, it's too much girls, too much people that you can't have so many people telling a lie on you. Somebody got to be telling.
But and if he did it to one, is that not enough to get locked up?
I'm not gonna say that either.
Bitch and rape her. Should you not be in trouble?
Listen, excuse me. I'm not.
Oh, you wasn't there. You wasn't there.
All right. I wasn't there.
All
right.
All
right.
But
like I said, he's old at this point. If he did 2 years, I don't think. If he comes out and do the same thing, that's another story.
He wouldn't dare be
saying?
losing bitches at 9.
Right. Exactly my point. Now he's an old ass man. Right. So if I want to hear the special. I'm gonna tell you right now. I want to see what the heck, because he got a lot to talk about.
Yes, he does.
A whole lot to talk about.
And people cannot wait to hear it.
I want to hear what he got to say because he got a lot to talk about. And this is gonna be his legacy now. No matter about the good shit he did from before. This is going to be his legacy, what he's known for. Nobody talks about the good shit he did, the charities that he has, the good shit he's done with his life, the people he brought joy to with his comedy or his show. Nobody talks about none of that. This is going to be his legacy now.
I have a question for you both then, along the lines, because while that may be the case, there are still a lot of people that ride for Mr. Bill Cosby.
Yes.
That's still
but listen,
they don't
think
care
about
how
it.
50-year-olds R. Kelly fuck. So it's like,
but think about it. The first thing you hear when you say Bill Cosby's name, what do you think about?
I think about the Cosby
Jello
show.
pudding.
We think about this whole thing that just happened.
No, I
You're not wrong. You're right, Stretch. It's like
we literally listen. We literally call rape nowadays the Bill Cosby thing. Like that. Literally, that's what a lot of people refer it to.
I don't, and I think that's fucked up of me because I think of the Cosby Show. I
think the Cosby Show.
Majority though.
I didn't watch the Cosby Show.
It's famous on here. I watch the Cosby. I love the Cosby Show.
Look,
I love it.
Listen, goddamn, like those crossovers, those crossover episodes with the Cosby Show in different world. That shit used to snap.
Yeah, that's like for real.
Honestly, I couldn't believe the shit that I heard. But like I said, if I can't put shit past Hollywood, I can't put shit past black men in Hollywood.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Trying to be like the white man, because I'm sure
and that's who got him on that shit.
Right. So to think about it, most of these women are white women, right? And
they put up there.
So back in the day, who was the ones they sent to take the black man of status down?
White woman tears.
Exactly.
Oh, you know, I hate when them bitches start crying, bro. You know,
White woman tears.
Exactly. How I feel about white women in their
Listen,
tears,
if it was 10 black women that came out, I guarantee probably wouldn't even went to jail.
But you know, the one he got locked up for was a black woman, right? It was a model. She's actually beautiful.
But who brought the attention to all of this? The white woman.
But she
was the only one who came out. If she was the only one who came out, he wouldn't have went to jail.
But the black lady's story, the black lady's story was so fucked up because she was like, she was drugged, she was awake, but she couldn't move and she couldn't talk. Do you know how crazy that is to be stuck?
That is pretty crazy, but think about it, right? All right.
Back up, bro.
You talking about butt?
But think about that. All right, there's a baseball player.
I'm about to remove you.
There's a baseball player the other day, right? I don't know if y'all saw the story.
No,
the baseball player had a girl that he was having sex with, and she liked rough sex. So she was punching her in the face and kicking her and slapping her and all this, and she liked it in the moment. And then afterwards, she pressed charges.
He dumb as fuck. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
In the face when you fucking like that's rough.
Listen, Michael, let me tell you something. That is real.
A little choke, maybe, nigga, but I don't.
No. I'm telling you, there's females that told me this. This is real.
They were like, champion lover, punch me in the face.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
Because I don't want to go to jail.
But no, okay.
Females like that shit.
But stretch. Okay, wait a minute.
Halt.
Choke me.
Yeah.
And call me a bitch. It's different from punch me in my shit.
Boom.
I'm telling you.
But that's what I'm saying. I know a lot of women who like being choked. I know a lot of women who like being choked.
Then their eyes roll back.
Honestly, that's kind of normal to me, to be honest.
Yeah. There's females that want to get choked.
We got a homegirl that likes to be choked till she almost kind of passed out.
Yeah, till their eyes roll back. Roll
back. But my thing is, obviously, that stems from something. It has to.
Yes.
We're fucked.
That don't make no fucking sense.
Let me explain something to you.
We're fucked up. But
let me explain something to you. Hold on.
Bruising me.
Let me explain something to you.
He was sexually abused.
Listen, a girl called me soft for not wanting to do some shit like that.
She's sexually abused. I feel bad for her. She needs therapy.
And I'm like, this ain't right. Something ain't right.
Wrong.
And Stretch, let me tell you why he's stupid. Because you're a DJ, right? You're not a baseball player. You don't have baseball.
Right.
You don't have as much money as this nigga. And you have the wherewithal to say, ain't no bitch finna go tell
nobody I whooped that ass.
That I whooped her ass after I gave her some dick. So if you have the common sense to not punch a bitch, kick a bitch, let a bitch damn near die while you give her some dick, why did he not know? I feel like he brought it upon himself.
He should have had, he should have had discretion with the way
you're dumb.
Listen, especially that dominatrix bondage shit. That would have back.
But that's two different things, though.
But and it is different because you don't get bruised from that for real.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. You don't. And like my thing is,
that's like changing whips and shit.
You can shit on a bitch chest. You can pee in a bitch mouth. Like I know that there's some crazy shit that goes on. I'm not gonna lie. Please, look on my chest. I love it. I love it. Defecate. I get it. But my thing is, I feel like people be so wrapped up in what the fuck's happening in their moment that they're not thinking. Obviously, that's why we got half the kids we got out here in the first place.
Oh, Lord.
Girl screaming, nut at me. He like, okay. Like, you know, like, it's just like that. And the nigga be so wrapped up.
Afterwards, you're like, what just happened? What just happened? Afterwards, you're like, what the hell just happened?
This is the same situation. Oh my God, you're feeling so free. Come inside of me. Okay. Okay. Will do. Like, and then you mad as fuck that she wants to keep it. Like,
exactly.
Your dumb ass.
She mad too that you actually did it.
Yes.
Yes. I've been there. I've been there.
I know homegirl that's there right now. She's talking about, I can't believe you did this. But bitch, he told
I was in the moment.
Say don't do it.
No.
I was in the moment.
Listen, now I've trained myself.
Micah had a freaky past.
I trained myself to not make certain mistakes no more.
Well, good for you.
You had to learn that though. You had to learn the
hard way. I had to learn the hard way. So
and this nigga gotta learn the hard way too.
Yeah.
That's the hardest way. You going to jail.
You going to jail. She wanted it. She wanted any woman. I think this is for men out there. Any woman, I don't care what color she is, but if she's white, any woman, okay, if she tells you
they gonna cry
to beat her ass while y'all fucking, you just need to say no. I'm not on that shit.
Take your penis out and leave.
If you soft, then you soft.
That's fine.
If you
I was always okay with that.
Okay. I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna go.
And that's what I'm saying, because Stretch told us on the podcast before he didn't spit in somebody's mouth. Like, Stretch a little freak. So the point is, with certain shit, but he ain't finna
But that's what I'm saying. There are boundaries that you also need to have.
Yes, you need to know what the hell you're doing.
But look, we all had past. I done said some shit I ain't fucking mean.
I've never said that. Well, I said that one of our other homegirls told me that, and it was like, girl, you just be in the moment. I said, I've never been in the moment.
Listen, and I'm talking about beach. We on the beach. It's fucking raining. It's just everything right now.
None of me.
And then I was like,
oh no, if you
for real, it's raining on me. It's such a dramatic scene. I love drama. I fucking love it. I love it. I'm in the fucking movie. Bruh, I'm in the movie every time it goes down, bro. I'm just like, oh my God, this is everything. With the rain, the water, like I'm in the sand. Oh,
in the Bill Cosby situation, though, I sincerely think I don't see what the outrage is about. Honestly, I'd never posted a comment about it. It's like, he went to jail and did his time. He's gonna do a special, do all these things.
He's out.
Let the man die the couple of years he got left a happy man by doing something he want to do.
I hope he got like 10 left. What y'all think? I want to get that man till he about 90, 100.
In my face, I'm like, I don't know.
You think he not the healthiest looking?
No. Right now, they already stressed him out. He's stressed the hell out right now.
You think so? I think Bill chilling. I think Bill Cosby has not been phased since this shit started. I know he's probably a little upset, and that may be me not taking him seriously because he's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
That's what I know him for. Cause I don't know.
But remember, his wife left him too.
He was probably a dick. I'm pretty sure he was a dick, and that he said whatever came to mind.
Probably.
That's like it. I get affluent. I get. I'm fucking Bill Cosby. That's the energy I get from Bill.
I've never watched his stand up before. I don't know what he is like in stand up.
I have no idea either. But to Eddie Murphy, he was a dick because he couldn't stand how filthy his mouth was.
He didn't like black people much.
He didn't like how crass they were. He felt like you had to have a certain amount of class to do comedy. And talking the way that they did and cursing the way that they did. He was
and pull your pants up and be polite and
yeah. So like that generational shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I don't know, y'all.
All right. So the last part with the Cosby thing is Felicia Rashad. She's kind of, she's the something
I'm gonna stick beside him
at Howard University, I believe. But she tweeted, finally a wrong has been righted. News that they've been dragging her ass ever since. She done had to come out with apologies. She done had to delete the tweet. Felicia Rashad getting dragged for Phil. And it's like,
they bully people out of their opinions.
That's stupid. If she feel that way, she's allowed to feel that way.
Like, come on.
What the hell is wrong with people?
Yeah.
Like for me, you know me, it's suck my dick. I don't give a fuck. That's me. Like I say what the hell I mean and mean what I say. You can't bully me into believing what you believe. That's not how I do it.
I talked to my mom about it, because the Cosby Show is her shit and etc. And my thing to her is what you have to do in situations like that is you got to be on some, like I said what I said. And you got to stand by that, but you have to be comfortable with what comes from that, because regardless, what we need to keep remembering here is he did still rape somebody. Like it still happened. So you're not supporting a rapist, and we don't want you as the dean of our school.
But think about this.
Support a rapist and feel like you can teach kids.
But think about this, right? I'm sure she wasn't saying nothing about anybody else. She wasn't saying, "Oh, you're wrong for thinking what you think." She's just saying, I know this man. He's my friend. Like, if I went to jail for some shit and I feel like nobody's in my corner, I'm gonna feel fucked up. If I feel once somebody got support for me somewhere, I'm gonna embrace that support. I'm sure Bill Cosby, like, he embraced her support in him because nobody was. You get what I'm saying? So if she says something in support of him, if she says something in support of him, and that doesn't mean she's bashing anybody else, which she made the follow-up statement by saying this wasn't saying she's not in support of whoever like rape victims, but she's saying that, hey, you know, I'm in support of him because, you know, he's my friend or whatever or whatnot.
But that's not what she said. What she said is a terrible wrong has been righted. This is implying that you feel like he was wrongly fucking accused and wrongly incarcerated.
Yes.
What's fucking her up?
So my thing is, if she really doesn't believe that, because the Bill that she knows would not rape somebody, right? So
that's what I'm saying, in support of him.
So my thing is, Bill said he did it, right? If Felicia's still feeling crazy, Bill, why the fuck you let them white people, blah, blah, blah? Bill, why you let them cops tell you to say that? Because guess what? Sometimes, how many times in the criminal system have they told black men, have they told people of
take
color
a plea deal
you need to
That's why he admitted to it. Yeah, that's why he admitted to it.
Admit to it so that we can deal with what happens in the rest of your city, blah, blah, blah. How many times did that happen? Maybe Felicia dead ass believes he did not do that, right?
But because she knows him personally.
But she should have stuck to it. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, if you wholeheartedly believe he did not rape this lady, what you said is what you said. I'm sorry. I know what was said. I know the accusations, but I also do it in the criminal system. I also know what y'all do to our black men. I also know she could have made it a race.
She went off.
And she would have ripped that shit. Like she would have ripped, because now she's back. I'm sorry, whoever I offended. I'm not trying to, like, now she's backpedaling. And once you kind of backpedal a little bit,
people jump on you more.
On your ass. Yes, they jump on you. And now they're gonna drag you for Phil. She's gonna end up resigning or some shit. Mm-hmm. I hope she can kind of muscle through. But yeah, once you backpedal a little bit, it's like, oh, we got her ass. Now they're gonna be on her like, why not?
Yeah, so that you bullying people out of what they really believe and what they feel based on what Twitter is going to say and what endorsement is going to drop and what money is going to be taken away.
If you're on Twitter, that's the world of Twitter. Do you get what I'm saying? That is the world of Twitter. You can't disagree with anybody on there. Everybody got to have the same opinions. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And this is why I don't go back and forth with anybody on Twitter.
You shouldn't.
I don't.
It's just internet bullying, bro.
Yeah, I posted a tweet the other day that went viral, with the white girl that was speaking fully patois, like Jamaican. She was born in Jamaica, but her parents are German, so she speaks fluent German, English, and patois.
Accent on top of her accent.
And I was like, oh, this caught me off guard when she started speaking, and people was like, why are you surprised? And I'm like,
because she's.
I didn't say she's not what she is. I'm just saying it caught me off guard. Like, why would I even entertain your argument? You're ignorant. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. On Twitter, you can't have different opinions from the.
But that's the world. Everybody can't wait
because it happens on Instagram. It happens on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody can't wait to tell you how offensive you were.
Yeah.
It's like, bruh, fuck y'all. I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, if a black man speaks like he's from London, when Idris Elba talks, I'll be like, I was not expecting that shit. I just wasn't. And so if we're not used to a certain stature, a certain build, a certain ethnic group speak a certain way, I don't think that's not offensive. Have you ever seen a fucking black man speak whatever the fuck? But
the reason why Idris, to be fair, is so shocking is because the first time a lot of us saw him, he was speaking with a very clear
American
accent. So when he put that British shit on, we was like, whoa, the fuck that came from?
Exactly. And even
same thing with the dude from
Snowfall.
Yeah, same dude from Snowfall. His accent is deeper than Idris' accent.
So much more. And I'm like,
and the guy from Get Out.
And the guy. I was gonna say the Black Panther guy. Bruh, what? I'm always what you are. Wow. Like, I don't know what it is because they're the darkest and they have the prettiest teeth. I don't know what it is. Ooh. Dark ass men have very beautiful teeth.
Nice teeth.
I don't know. That's a thing. But I just think you're just not used to it. And I feel like same reason when black girls have long hair. Are you mixed with something? No, bitch. I'm not.
You gotta be mixed with white.
You have to be mixed with something if your hair is long.
Such long hair.
You gotta be from the Caribbean.
I gotta be Dominican.
You gotta be half white. You gotta be like, no, I'm black. So it's the same same situation. Why are we
Yeah,
shocked
so
when people
disagreeing with them, like, especially if you're popular and they get on you, man, like
you gotta let that shit ride, bro. You gotta.
Your publicist or your manager start calling you, bro. You need to take that down right now. Like, you need to apologize right now. Like, that's why I like Charlamagne. Like, Charlamagne would do shit and be like, I don't give a shit. I said what I said. Like, that's why I like Charlamagne.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't give a damn about none of that.
You gotta ride. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the fat colonizers. So there's a guy, his name is Edward Matthews. Edward Matthews. He's the round white man that was capping off. He called us monkey niggers. Monkey niggers. And was cussing my black brother out. And he gave his address because he thought we was pussy, right? So he did it. And I don't know if it was the next day or later, but it was a squad of niggas outside his door with the police. They had a speaker up playing T.I. Bring them out. It was
hilarious.
It was fantastic.
I brought tears to my eyes.
Hilarious.
Love it. And people have missed the video a lot, super funny. It was like 2 hours later, they had Santana playing, oh, let me see you walk, as the police escorted him out. Hilarious. And stuff on him or whatever. So the quick little thing I have here is, I just want your opinions on this really fast. There's so many videos of racist white people that come out with a camera in front of their face and still feel like, I'm gonna monkey nigger you to death. And it's have y'all not seen the type of hell Karens is catching out here every time the bitches come out here complaining about a goddamn barbecue or some shit? That little itty bitty bitch that hit this little black boy because she thought he stole her phone. Turns out I think the hotel people had her phone, but the dad was there. And every time I see that little boy was like 12, 13. And every time I see her, it really aggravates me because it was just like, bruh, I wish one of his mom or his auntie or his sister or something.
No, I feel like if
this bitch ass,
listen,
bro.
I feel like if you throw a punch at anybody, you prepare to get that shit right back.
Especially if it's my child. Like, right. But the question is, what do you think it is that makes them forget all survival? All right. You do this, you're gonna lose all your money, you're gonna lose your job, everybody gonna call you racist. All right. Doing it. Why the fuck do you feel like they don't?
I'm gonna need a moment with this. I'm gonna need a moment. Right, you know me. I'm like the pro-black Jamaican, okay? So
pro-black Jamaican. And so, Micah there.
Right. So I'm watching this show and I recommend y'all give it a watch when y'all can. It's called Queen Sugar on
Fire.
But Micah,
watch. And that kind of put me in a place where I really dislike white people.
Bro, it's hard. Bro.
I don't want to. I have white friends, but it kind of really makes me look at every one of them sideways.
Like, you motherfuckers are stripping.
So the thing is, I think personally that a lot of these white people, you doing certain things to them is not teaching them anything. Because once after you punish them for all of this, they're still going to be racist. If after you video them, take away their jobs, all of this racist, it's going to make them even more outraged.
I'm about to say they might be even more racist.
Right, they're going to be even more outraged. You know what I'm saying? Did. So this is not changing much because it's only putting stuff in the spotlight so everybody can see. And that's what I think that's happening now. I think they need to be educated on who we as people are. We're actually people. Like, they don't see us as people.
They still won't.
You know? So a lot of them still won't. Like you said, a lot of them still won't. But at the same time, I feel like they feel like this. When you grow up with privilege, when you grow up a certain way, if you're spoiled, nobody could tell you no. Your way is your way or the highway. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So if you grow up and your parents is saying, don't talk to them niggers, don't associate yourself with black people, don't mix with them, they're this and they're that, and they give them all these stereotypes. You grow up this way thinking this. It's gonna take everything in you to change your mind about that, because you grew up that way, hearing that your whole entire life. So like nowadays, kids are beginning to start think for themselves and be like, "Mom, you're wrong," or "Dad, you're wrong." But that's
I saw a very good video on that. Yeah.
That's a minority amount. Majority still stuck in that mindset. If you watch Queen Sugar, you see that a lot of that is still being taught to kids in these countries.
Is that show like set in the past, or that's like a current time?
Current. It's current.
It's current.
Yeah, it's current. So if you watch that, you see that a lot of this is still being taught.
Yeah, you know the South is ghetto.
Right.
They're in a deep South.
So that's what I'm saying. Is like this is still not, you know, in more popular areas like down here, people are beginning to change a lot more. And a lot of times, it's a little
harder here though. Me and Mike always talk about that. Everybody named Mama here. Like Florida's the South, but it's not that South.
That's South, right?
The Georgia and all them is the South,
right?
Florida almost like an island almost.
Exactly. So
place.
Yeah.
So a place like deep South, like Texas or one of them places, is
Alabama,
like they're
Louisiana,
still stuck in that mindset a lot. You get what I'm saying?
So the thing is, they're just white nationalists, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a nationalist, that means everything about me bleeds red, white, and blue, right? If I was on the side of the Confederate, but I didn't live in the South, right? But I was definitely rooting for them niggas to stay slaves, right? That means your whole family was doing the same shit. So at this point, I do believe that they're not above what they're beginning to understand. And I think because of the media and because of cell phones and whatever the fuck, they're beginning to understand your actions have repercussions. They do. Right. And so I don't give a fuck what they think, how they feel. Your ass going to jail at least for a year. Right. You going to this whatever for at least for 2. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what they think. But my thing is, you're not going unpunished. And the privilege behind being a white male, white woman in America is that I can do and say whatever I want, whatever I want to say, whatever I want to do, and I'm gonna get away with it because this country is on my side. This is my country. And so when you literally live in that state of mind, it doesn't matter what happens, because guess what? This is your truth. You're still fucking monkey nigger, and you're still a fucking nigger bitch. Like that's never gonna change. And I'm not really like for the change of white people coming into
I want to rehabilitate these motherfuckers.
I don't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is they're not above reproach. You know what I'm saying?
What I like about it,
you will be punished. That's
what I like about it is that now we as Black people are more or more together. You know,
more than before.
Way more than before. Because if something like that happened before, either you wouldn't have heard about it because nobody's posting that, or you post that and nobody really gives a damn. It's like,
we quit the hashtag somebody now.
So now
since Trayvon Martin, that's what's been happening in our community.
We'll drive hours to go support the person. You remember the lady that the neighbor was terrorizing her, and everybody showed up in support of her. That's nice. Literally everybody from everywhere showed up because the white neighbors were trying to push her out of the community. And everybody showed up in support of her. So it's things like that now that's happening that would never happen before.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now I think we're more organized in certain aspects of it, because
that's true.
If 10 people had spoke out against that guy, he would have got away with it. It's more than 200, 300, 400 people that showed up there. They'd be like, get him out of here.
Too. My mom's side. There's a couple white people there too. Like
exactly.
Here.
Yeah.
So now that there's more people on that side of things that are saying that is wrong, that is where it's different from before. That's what I think.
Yeah, like I said, I just want the punishment to happen. I don't give a fuck what they think. Keep being a Karen. I don't know what we call a white man. I guess we just call them white males. Keep being a white male in America, thinking that you can get away with shit, and most times they do. So let's just not act like they not getting away with shit. But when they do blatant things like that, and that shit is caught on camera, all I need y'all to do is go get that cracker, handle what y'all got to handle, because that was blatant. That was in your face. That you can't say anything to deny that.
I went on my rant about it yesterday, and the story that I literally heard just last week, it was a captain or a chief.
Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second.
Okay. He was like a captain or a chief or something, Mike. And the man on his Black employee's desk, he puts like a jacket in the shape of like a KKK hat with the pointy hat. And on a sticky note, he wrote KKK and stuck it on the thing. And I'm guessing they kept saying they found that was him because they caught him on camera. So I'm assuming he's probably denying it. And so his thing was he doesn't know why everybody's so mad about it. It was just a joke.
Yeah.
Bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
He resigned, and it's just like,
yeah.
For me, I feel like I just think it's so amazing. It's like they're doing things that are clearly
psychotic.
It's like this is clearly gonna fuck you up. Like, have you not seen the news? Have you not heard any of these situations of people that are doing this shit and losing everything for the most,
It's ingrained.
And it's like you're this full of whatever the fuck it is. I'm assuming shit.
Yeah.
That you have to still monkey niggers. I want you monkey niggers off my porch. It's like you racists are as racist blatant as most racists can be. For the meantime, right now, they still gotta hide that shit to a certain extent. They're not able to just freely do shit like that and not get charged with hate crimes. Like, that's what I think he got arrested for, because I think he might have been hands on the guy, so it was also assault. So you're arrested for assault, and you're arrested for a hate crime, and your harassment and all this other shit. And it's like, and you thought you weren't gonna. And it's like, how do you feel now? That ass is walking out your house in handcuffs.
So that's the thing. I'm gonna die a white nationalist.
Jesus.
It is what it is. So think about those suicide bombers, right?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
You feel me? That shit is deep. That shit is so deep. It's so deep. It's a sickness. And I'm not talking about you're doing that for your country, your religion. So I only brought up that because that's such an extreme. Yeah. But they will strap themselves with the bomb. And to this day, if they could survive that bombing, they would say, I would do it again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so for a white nationalist, I don't believe these niggas deserve to be treated like humans. I'm dying like that. That's it. That's it. I'm dying like that. I said what I said. I said what I said as people to a certain extent with their actions, right? Yeah. They think they're going to get away with it because this is how they truly feel. Yeah. If I'm honest with myself and I'm honest with the world, to let them know these niggas don't deserve a place. KKK. Yeah, niggas. Boom. KKK. Yeah, because the KKK and then walk away.
Hate us. So they, you know what they do? They got a little squad.
That's what I'm saying. But like, you gonna get punished, but they gonna dap you up when you get to the crib, though. All right, what they do? I see you, white man.
Good job, white man.
You know what they do?
Good job.
When they lose their jobs and all of this, they come out with apologies. That apologies just because they lost their jobs or lost whatever they lost.
Yeah.
Like I've been around people, friends of mine, and then they have white friends, and I hear him say nigga and all of this. I'm like, bro.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, he's saying, oh, I don't see nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, don't do that shit around me, bro.
Please, you get beat up.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they're like, bro, we didn't mean like, I'm like, bro, don't do that shit around me, bro. Like, you know what you're doing. You know how we feel about it. Don't do that shit around me. So he might be okay.
It's whoever they're around making them feel comfortable to do that. And it's like,
exactly.
I think for everyone that's not Black that chooses to do that, I went out one time it was with Micah and some of our other homegirls. And there was a girl there. I remember she was Mexican. And so she was telling me everything. And she was like, girl, this nigga, da, da, da. And I was like, I don't like this. I'm gonna go. And I just walked up. Throw a nigga out too freely, sis. I don't like that. Like, it's just, I think for you guys that do that and whoever's around you lets you say the N-word, just be mindful because all niggas don't like that. Okay? So you might want to watch yourself when you do that. But I agree. I think, like we said before when you were gone, Stretch, to me, it's like, it's at this point, it's like, it's borderline psychotic, you know, that you know, I mean, unless they live under a fucking rock. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no, you're going to go viral for this. And
it's basically like living under a rock because you don't know nothing else but what your parents teach you. You get what I'm saying? So,
well, I'm going to look up what they charge his fat ass with, but I don't know. All right, we got two more things. Tabitha versus Wendy. Do you know Tabitha, Micah?
Yes, love her.
Yes, so to Stretch. Nice lady.
Love her too.
Things like that, but I've seen like little things of her that have gone viral. She has a very nice voice, very soothing. And so you guys give me your opinion on Wendy, I guess, the situation, but the gist of it is she's finally doing very well in her social media presence. She's making good money. And after 15 years, she has decided to retire her husband from law enforcement. So Wendy Williams got wind of this, right? and was just like, nope, I know that type. I remember I did that too. And then it turned into, well, you want all the money and you made me quit my job. And she's like, you see how this turned into. And all valid points for Wendy. Yes.
Yeah.
So Tabitha came out and so eloquently.
I love this lady, dog.
Man.
The fucking place.
I love this
right?
lady.
And if you, for the listeners who don't know it, you guys got to go look it up. It was a long video on Tabitha's part. It's like a good 5 minutes, but it was very nice. And she was basically just saying, Wendy, I pray for you, and I hope that you find love that's this sincere. Me and my husband have been together broke for very long. We've struggled broke for very long. We've made this agreement 15 years ago that in 15 years I'd retire him. Now that I'm able to do that, I'm going to do that so he can work on his dream. I mean, everything she said sounds like what we really do want in a relationship. That shit sounds
in any relationship.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful, you know, if it's really a teamwork type of thing. So, I mean, I'll go with you first, Micah. How did you feel about the exchange? I don't think Wendy's replied. I don't think.
And she shouldn't have anything to say. Actually,
she can't. Yeah. And what else you say after that? She read your ass for Phil.
Kill it, bro.
Yeah.
Kill it.
That shit dead.
So watching Tabitha and Chance, they have a little show on Fridays. Like I watched that's her husband's name. Her husband's name is Chance. Mm-hmm. And on Fridays is Tab and Chance. So they do their little thing, right? So she had been talking about him in general and how grateful she has been to him, just period, right? So the first thing I thought about when Wendy said what she said, she's very validated in her truth, because that's what happened to her.
That's her life, right?
But if I'm going to be completely honest about the characters that we have on display, Wendy and Tab, when I think about who they are as people, of what I know based on what I see, Wendy is not a good person. What they show. Wendy does not seem like a good person to me. Now, that's my opinion. I'm not saying overall she deserves whatever happened to her, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, something to do with the outcome.
It has something to do with the outcome because of her character and who she is as a person.
Brief intermission, Micah. Just on the gist of it, Wendy essentially, she gossips all day. This is something that me and you like really don't do. We would never with the Wendy Williams. It would never be our thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you
and so like the thing, like this is her career. You chose to do this because this is what sells. Now, that's the funny thing. When I think about the way that she talks about people, it's just news and it makes it juicy. But her character,
her little 2 cents.
Her 2 cents,
her little seasoning on that shit.
Yeah, she doesn't sound like a good person to me. And so for me, this is kind of what you get. I can only imagine what type of woman you were to your man and he was to you. I don't know. But looking at the trajectory of this story with Tabitha and Chance, obviously Chance was like, you don't have to work, sis. Don't work for 15 years. And it just turned out to be 15 years. It just so happened that she just blew up at the end of 15 years. That it just didn't happen. They didn't say the number per se, but he said, baby, you got your life back. She was sick. That's why she went vegan. So it's this whole fucking thing about her. She went vegan because she was dying and didn't know why. And so he said, this is your chance. And she said, God, if you let me do what I need to do, I'll blah, blah, blah. She's very religious. And her husband was very supportive. He was working his ass off while she was not. Now that the roles have reversed because her life is different and she can afford to do that, he can follow his dream. They just dream swap.
How sweet is that? Like, realistically, how sweet is that? That's okay, baby. I'm making money now. Go do whatever the fuck you want to do. What you want to go do? And
that's what I'm saying. It's a sacrifice.
Like coach or something. Like,
bro, yes. It's so sacrifice. Sweet. It's the sacrifice in it. He sacrificed being the sole breadwinner. And they got kids. So it ain't, and they got a dog. So it ain't like it's
Lord,
just them.
The fucking dogs. They be them dogs.
Right. So if he chose to be the sole breadwinner for her to stay home and her to do her thing and she pops, he probably wasn't even expecting her to do what she did. But it's like, babe, this shit happened for me. I know this shit can happen for you. Even if he doesn't have the same drive as she does, because it's in 2 different arenas. Like he's a basketball coach, like catering to 5 and 12-year-old kids. You feel me? Like we always gonna have 5 and 12-year-olds. Like that's always gonna be a thing. But for whatever it is, she wants her husband to be safe. She don't want to have to worry about this dude getting
Yeah,
shot.
she said that. I would like my husband to stop putting his life on the line.
Yeah.
Every
So
day. I mean, he's a police officer. That's true.
Two different women, two different types of women. Very
Two
similar.
Very different relationships.
Very different relationships, as we can see. So for me, it was just like you reap what you sow type shit.
Yeah, you deserve that. You deserve that tongue lashing.
And unfortunately, she dragged her husband. And I think for a while, Charlamagne was like, her husband is a dick. He supported her.
Charlamagne always said he was
he does not like him. Kevin I don't know why he doesn't like him. But the fact that someone doesn't like you as a person, but they can just give you kudos for supporting your wife or being there for her or riding for her, you're a dick. So your character's fucked too. So it's like, y'all kind of got what y'all got. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
All right. So there's a lot to unpack here, like a therapist would say.
Therapist, right.
Wendy, I personally, like you said, her energy is not good. Personally, I could see that her energy is not good. She don't have good energy. And that plays a part in any relationship, whether friendship or being in a romantic relationship. That plays a big part because she's not taking responsibility for any of this that happened to her. So she felt like she did nothing wrong. No, so that's why she's going at Tabitha now, like Tabitha is doing something wrong because she's doing what she did. No, Tabitha is a better person than you are. You get what I'm saying? And not every man just gets up and be a certain way when it comes to relationship. A lot of times, I heard this dude, what's his name? Kevin Jackson, that's his name? The dude that Jackson? The dude that was in Samuel. Yeah. He said some dumb shit the other day. He said
just the other day, though.
Oh, Kevin.
I mean, he said some good stuff sometimes. He said some good stuff sometimes, but that was dumb.
Sometimes I ain't gonna
lie. But he said no man should feel comfortable letting the female pay any bills at all. Some shit like along the lines.
Oh, you didn't like that? Because that's one of the things I really like.
But yeah, of course. But when you really think about it, I should be able to like a relationship. We're a team now.
Partnership.
Right? Partnership takes two people to make it work. You get what I'm saying? If something happens and I'm gonna feel weak to say, hey babe, help me out with this. If it's a bad thing for me to say, all right, I'm on my face this week, help me out with this, or let's do this to make our lives easier. It's our lives now. It's not just my life and your life. It's our lives now. Right. So I feel like with Wendy now, she went through this situation with her man. I'm thinking that she's not healed from that. She's not healed at all from that.
Very bitter.
So she's taking her situation and say, hey, this is how your situation is going to work out because this happened to me. Not knowing that Tabitha is this great spirit that the way she responded was crazy.
Love it.
You get what I'm saying?
The beginning of her fucking video, she said the pain you must be going through.
And she said it so calmly, like her face. Her
Miss
face
Wendy. And she kept calling her Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy.
Listen. If like I tell people all the time, I respond to things different nowadays because I see how it pisses people off.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
That's the best way.
Like you'll be full blown arguing with me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, that's how you feel, but if you can't have a conversation with me, we cannot talk. This is my energy nowadays. You get what I'm saying? That's the energy she gave back, like this positive. She literally just threw water in some fire. You get what I'm saying? So she's not seeing that good energy that Tabitha has is the reason why her life is flourishing rather than being in turmoil with you inviting all this bad energy in your space, talking about everybody else's business and not tending to yours. You know, so that to me is a prime example of misery loves company.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So
I get it.
Her clapback was just the level of peace I want to get to.
What? It's like Nirvana, bro. Like that shit.
That's the level of peace and security I want to get to within myself. Be like, I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah.
calmly and humbly gonna pray for you because you didn't piss me off, because I understand that you're hurting. You get what I'm saying? So I want to get to that point, but I'm not there yet, you know. And hearing Charlamagne talk about both of them, they're both shitty people.
Oh,
that's just what it was.
Ex-husband?
Yeah, they're both shitty people.
Yeah.
Nobody really likes them.
Yeah,
they're not the ideal situation.
Yeah, Wendy never gets, like, I mean, she gets praised for the fact that she started in radio, and Wendy Williams is like the #1 TV personality. She used to have number. So like Wendy really is a giant in her field.
Yeah, gossip sells.
Yeah, right. But she does have a very nasty kind of way to her that there's been things where, like, apparently people have texted her. Like, apparently she claimed Black China texted her one time and was like, "Oh, I'm really broke. I don't have any money." She gets on her show and she says that. Like, she one of them people you can't tell none of your fucking business.
Right.
Because she's gonna run to her TV show. So people like that, not a huge fan of them. But I agree with everything you guys said. It was just, for me, the #1 thing I get is bitter. It's bitter, and it's projecting. And Miss Tabitha, I'm gonna call her from now on, answered that so eloquently. She handled that so well. And I think that's a very good, what I always said to Micah, and it's something that we both kind of live by at this point, is like when someone says something about you, when you get defensive immediately, you agree with this in some type of way. For her to literally just negate that whole thing together, because it's like, ain't nobody gonna tell me about me and my nigga. I know what got going on. I know my relationship. We put God first. Whatever it is that keeps them grounded, they've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
To be completely fair, if we're just going basic, I really hate when people, not saying they can't give good advice, but it's like, your marriage has failed. You stay with a man that's been cheating on you for 10 years. He done got that bitch pregnant twice. They got now they're together and they're whatever, and they living off your fucking money because you got to pay him. You have failed at marriage. You don't get to comment on mine. Right? And so
you have no experience.
Leah would have responded, because Leah not Tabitha. So they'd be like, you failed at your shit. You don't get to tap dance up in my shit, right? But she handled it well. Wendy may be an expert on a lot of things, but a successful marriage isn't one of them. And all she did was make herself look bad by doing that. And she didn't really go in on Tabitha. She wasn't rude.
No, she didn't.
She more so was taking shots more so at the husband. I know that type. That, oh, go find your dream and he never found this, and everyone is not your fucked up ass ex-husband.
Right.
Hopefully Tabitha's reply and the way everybody been flooding her comments with avocados, it's hilarious.
And I think it's the same thing with a lot of people nowadays, especially in the dating world. They thought they be thinking they healed from a past situation. That healing does not come. I'm just saying, like, I've had time to get my shit together, you know, because I was really that dude where it was like, yo, I'm not dating her because she had the same nose as one of my exes. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I was that type of dude.
You remind me of a girl that I once knew.
For a while. It was just like, I'm not dating no more this type of girl or girl.
No more wide nose bitches. No more.
You get what I'm saying? And then I had to come to the realization that sometimes you got to give people a chance. If you're going to do it, just do it. If you're gonna date, just date with an open mind. Don't go in there with a notion that this person is like this and all people are like this, because you're never gonna find who you're supposed to find that way. There's some people that you can find having that mindset, but it's not gonna be on a good foundation. And so
it lowers your odds, I would say. Probably. It lowers your odds of finding.
It does. It really does, because
you have all these preconceived.
You remember what your ex did walking on that road, and he buck film to the same pothole, and then now y'all can get along. You get what I'm saying?
For you, and quick on it, it was on the last episode. Me and Micah specifically kind of talked about this. It's one of those things where you just got to be careful, because a red flag is a red flag. No, not enough. Right. But certain characteristics. This shit reminds me a lot of that other nigga. Our logic is, all right, let's give it a chance and see. But it's like, there's certain things we know off rip we not fucking with. We know exactly what type
those are red flags. Like that's different.
And we cutting you off right then and there.
That's different.
But still, there's certain things that you kind of gotta gauge. So I agree with that.
But then also, everybody's relationship is gonna be different, bruh.
Yeah.
That shit is not gonna work for you how it worked for them.
Exactly.
So I can't give you the blueprint to my shit. I can tell you what's working for me.
Yeah.
I can tell you what we do, but that's not for you to also then do that. And that's not also for you to aspire to be. Okay, so I change. You can aspire to have a healthy relationship. I don't think you should aspire to have a relationship just like so-and-so.
That's all the relationship goals.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing. There is a healthy relationship that you would like to model.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to communicate like them. That's a nice aspiration. I want to be able to be trusting like them. That's a nice aspiration. But to want to be like them, you can't, because the inner workings of their relationship, you're not a part of, to be honest. And you have no idea. So Wendy said that she has no idea what these people done been through. They done been poor for a long time.
As she said.
Right. Together.
Struggled for a long time.
So think about it. She was not. Tabitha was not working for over 15 years, bruh. Do you know what that probably the pressure of that man? Had to take care of.
And he was a police officer.
And
don't nobody like the feds.
And it was his choice.
But guess what? He probably did that.
Okay.
He probably did that and never complained, not one time.
That's what I'm saying. And shit probably got really hard. And he probably was like, damn, you sure you don't want to work at Wendy's? Like, you feel me? Like, you want to.
He probably never did that.
But I'm saying, even if he did, that would have been real for them. But at the same time, that just expresses how honest that situation would have probably been. And yes, it was hard. And you as a woman trying to chase your dreams and your man taking care of you, you traditionally, that's what the fuck y'all supposed to let us do. So for her to be okay with now the roles reversing and saying, you know what?
All right, so
you're a real one.
If you watch Queen Sugar, I don't know if you watched the whole thing.
Not yet.
With the aunt and her man.
Yes.
That's a prime example of what we're talking about right now. But I don't want to spoil it for you. But basically,
shut your mouth. Nope.
All right. Okay. Nothing to see here.
It gets really good in that aspect. But what basically what I'm saying for them is like, their thing worked differently. She went through something with her ex-husband, and when he took her up, he made sure that she understood that I am not that person. When a person like me would be like, listen, I'm gonna let you know that I'm not that person, but I'm not gonna get up every day trying to convince you that I'm out. So everybody's not gonna respond to certain things the same.
Yeah, people's pressure points are different, you know.
Right.
Are different.
You know, some people stay there with you until you heal. Some people like me is like, I'm sorry.
Like me.
I don't think I'm gonna do that either. Yeah, and we've said this on a couple episodes. We said a lot of times. It's not your job. It's not. If I'm with Stretch and Stretch is going through depression, it would be really nice if I was able to go through this with him. But I'm not able to do that, and vice versa. If I'm going through some weird shit that I don't want to get help for, whatever the fuck it is, it's not Stretch's job to fix me. It would be nice if you went through it with me, but you don't really.
And I feel like
it's a choice.
It's a choice.
And I feel like, to be honest, I just exhausted it too much. Like almost every single situation that I've been a part of, I'm the one who's always trying to be the uplifter and the person who's trying to help you find healing. And it's like, that's very exhausting because your energy now begins to trickle over to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't want to deal with that no more.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, shout out to Miss Tabitha and shout out to Miss Wendy. I hope that little read got her together. Wendy is a G though, so she takes shit. And she just keeps going.
I think that's what messes her up.
She'd be like, touche.
I think that's what's messing her up.
And
I think that's messing her up because she don't process nothing. Everything is just grab it, put it under the rug. Grab it, put it under the rug.
I mean, she probably does. I think she has thick skin. So
yeah, very.
So like I feel like she heard what Tabitha said. I really do.
She's definitely
of course she did.
And she dead ass is probably like, well, I hope it works out.
Yeah. You know, I don't think that shit phased her at all. She was like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I like Charlamagne said, behind the scenes, she really be going through it.
Well, here's what I'll say. Here's the last thing I'll say on Miss Wendy. She was in that marriage for a very long time. I don't know if Wendy was out here fucking a whole bunch of people too, but obviously Kevin was cheating. And even now, Wendy is like I would say her antics. Like she's running around with this guy. She run around with Ray J just for the views of it, like arm and lock. Like she's almost kind of discovering herself again after being in a situation for so long. And it's one thing when you have an image to uphold, but her whole thing came crashing down. Like we forgetting Wendy passed out like what 2 years ago.
She was sick.
Yes, Wendy, and she's had drug issues. She's had a lot of things kind of affect her. So unfortunately, I feel like her coping mechanisms may not be the best. I'm just assuming from
They're not. She's not a healthy person.
Yeah, she doesn't give healthy vibes. So I hope that in the midst of still being Wendy, the TV personality, and still being whatever she is looking to find ways to get over the fact that damn, this nigga really did try me for fucking 20 years, however long she's married to Kevin, and man, this nigga really went and had a baby. Goddamn, so I hope she's working through her antics. And I'm very, very proud of the way Tabitha handled that, because since her relationship straight, it's like, don't wish bad on me, bitch, because your shit ain't work. Anyway. All right, last thing, Sha'Carri Richardson.
Oh boy.
So Sha'Carri, if you guys know Sha'Carri, young black girl, she has long nails like mine, love it. She had an orange wig on, I was here for it. She qualified for the Olympics, literally maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks later. They did some random drug testing. They found marijuana in her test, pee, blood, whatever. And so she has been, she's not going to be able to compete in the Olympics for the 100, whatever she did, the 100, whatever. There was a chance that she was going to be able to run in the relay, because all it was she was suspended for 30 days. So the relay would have been after, maybe that's like 45 days from now. Relay was after, and they were assuming she'd be able to be in the relay, which would help US, because that's the passable thing and y'all take off. So it's fuck. So this would help, but they just announced yesterday that she will not be allowed to participate in anything for the Olympics. So I'll start with you, Stretch, just along the lines of them not letting her participate because they found weed in her pee. How do you feel about that?
First of all, I blame her team, friends, coach, everybody that's around her needs to straighten the. Like right now, she's making some wild posts on Twitter and stuff like that.
Hey, we ain't get there yet, bro. I'm ready for yes.
She needs a good team. Like, who's her friends? Like, who's giving her this, knowing that she's a star? Who is giving her?
They ain't gotta be giving it to her. Like, if you want weed, you finna get the weed.
She's smoking that with somebody. Somebody knows she's doing that. Somebody knows that she's doing
passing that bitch.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Who is around her? That's like when I was going to school. I think I told you this story. When I was going to school, my last year of high school, 11th grade, and if you know Jamaica high school, you know that it kicks your ass.
Yeah, it's tough.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you have 14 subjects to study for.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And these are back to backs. You have to study for all of these. And I had headache for days trying to study to pass these exams. And I always had older friends. I saw him, I was like, yo, bro, I've been going through it. I think this weed might help me. Just, let me try it. And he fucking cussed me out. It was like, are you fucking crazy? Like, we want you to get out of here. Like, we don't want you to be on the corner with us doing what we're doing. Like, we wish we were doing what you're doing. Like, don't even, he told me straight up, like, if I see you doing this shit, I'm going to fuck you up. That's basically what the dude told me. You get what I'm saying? And ever since then, I have never even thought about doing that shit because of what he told me that day. You know what I'm saying? He's my friend, and I had to listen to him tell me that. If she had that, she wouldn't have been in this situation. So that's what I think.
That's not, because I said the same thing. I said she failed herself, and I said the people around her failed her. And it's not to say that she wouldn't have still smoked the weed, because kind of her initial interview, she did just accept responsibility for it. But she said in her first interview when she won the race, her mom just died the week before, and I think her mom was Jamaican or something like that. I'm hearing rumors that somebody in her family is Jamaican, but she's very far removed from her Jamaican side. She gives me American as fuck. So it's not to say that that's not the case, but in that specific regard, yes, her team, her this, or that. But at the end of the day, there's nobody to blame but
yourself. Yeah.
Yes. There's nobody to blame but herself.
That's the obvious blame.
So just on the surface level of, damn, the Olympics racist as fuck because they kicked her out. No, they're not.
No, not.
No, they're not. And the three of us seem to be real cool with blaming some shit on race, but this is not one of those situations.
That's not one of them. No.
This ain't it. She's wrong. A point that Terry made, which was perfect, and I just heard somebody else make it today. Terry said it's 196 fucking countries participating in this shit, and we finna break all the rules because one motherfucker want to smoke weed.
Right, come on.
People stop smoking weed all the time just to get a job. People who smoke weed crazy, I know they stop and they detox or whatever they got to do to get that shit out so they can pass their little pee test and get it. You're in the fucking Olympics, and you couldn't have just missed that blunt that day. So to take it even further, there's another young lady. Her name is Gabby, I believe, Thompson or Thomas or something like that. She's also another track and field person. And there's a whole bunch of Black people. Like I think Odell Beckham is one of them. And there's the guy that was really the ex-football player that kept calling George Floyd his twin. I don't remember what his name is, but he has a podcast with Matt Barnes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, him. I don't remember his name, but I know what he looks like.
I don't remember either, but I know what you're talking about.
And he's also coming out saying, we got to boycott this. We got to sign this. We got to sign that. Why? Why are we doing this?
I don't think they understand. You know what I think? A lot of them don't watch the Olympics. They don't realize that we're the dominant race in the Olympics. In every single, like,
no, that's why they want us to stop.
The only person that
no,
the only person that really beat us in any sport like that was Michael Phelps in swimming. When it comes to like white people, that was it. In the long jump, all of this, Black people are the leaders and shit like this. So what are you boycotting?
So for the young lady, Gabby, she said, and I'm misquoting her, but the gist of her tweet was, I'm really saddened by the amount of Black people saying that they're boycotting the Olympics and they're not going to watch it. There are so many of us that have worked our whole lives, whole life to go to the Olympics, and we really want your support. And then she tweeted again and she said, I also feel like the anger is misplaced. She was like, the Olympics, doesn't really have anything to do with this about the current things that are going on. So she said that, and yesterday it was in relation to Sha'Carri. So then she comes out, and her thing was like, people who are talking about me could never beat me. They've never said anything to me to my face, so that shows their character. And she was like, if track and field, only a few names have made track and field so popular. So if the fans, if their loyalties lay here, then so be it. Me and Micah talked about that last night, and I like Micah's take on it. Like, she was showing her age. Like, go with that, Micah. Micah, I like how you worded that last night.
So I feel like, okay, so shout out to Dallas, Texas. I'm sorry. Sorry for the ignorance, goddamn. I know. But she totally showed where she was from. She showed how old she was. She showed where she is, like, in her career, in her life. She showed all that.
Her mentality, all that shit.
Yeah. She showed it. And so my thing is, that is a defensive person who is not ready to accept full responsibility for their actions, right? So she's not held accountable in her circle, right? So people who are not held accountable ever, who are always fighting against something, who are always trying to prove something, she's been trying to prove that she's worth it. And it's clear because her race shows that she's worth it. But yet, every time she races, what does she say?
I'm that girl. I'm that girl.
It's nobody but people who have a tendency to do that. They're proving it to themselves as well as much as they're proving it to everybody else. So that's already an immaturity thing. That's already a self-conscious, insecure thing. So if we really go there, she feels attacked, right? By anything that's opposing is an attack. So she's not reading into the things properly. That was not a diss. That was facts.
That's the white people syndrome.
Their ass off to get here. Mm-hmm. There's no shade to anybody, but for you to come at me or come at whoever got their name in your mouth in any way, in response to the wrong that you did, or leaving that out and just trying to get other people to understand there's more things at stake than this person doing this wrong thing. It's so much bigger than that. And so because she doesn't think it's much bigger than that, it's about her. What do children think? It's about me. Everything is me. I'm the victim. Blah blah blah.
And pause to add to that, Micah. Even the post I sent in the group chat before Gabby said whatever, she even said something in there about, you know, all these perfect people living their life. I'm happy. I'm not perfect like y'all. It's just like, I hate when people fucking do that. You fucked up, sis.
That's it.
About being perfect. What you did was dumb. It was dumb. And so when you start to, you know, deflect all that shit, it's like, it ain't about that. Fine. I'm talking about it. I can't run the Olympics, but guess what, sis? I can smoke weed today if I want to. Anybody finna piss test me? I'm not doing that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, but just to add on to how she's, you know, getting defensive, and it's like, I don't like when you do that. Do that instead of just saying I fucked up.
Yeah, and she's dead ass wrong, and I think it hurts more. So when you're in this situation and you're hurting, right? Because you feel justified in your actions because you were in pain. No one's telling you not to be in pain. No one's telling you ways to cope, because she talked about that in her first interview when she came out on that morning show with that white woman, and she was just like, you know, that was the wrong way to cope, but you know, it's the way that I was coping. She, like, the reporter literally, and I, okay, so conspiracy, whatever. The reporter came out and the reporter told her, how does it feel basically to lose your biological, because her biological mother died.
Yeah.
She's already had an estranged relationship.
That's what when you keep saying biological, it implies that y'all ain't been that close.
Yeah. And so because it's been estranged, right? And then she dies, right? It's like, okay, he brought that to the attention when they were in an interview, right? So my thing is, that fucked her up, because that's the first person, like, shit, when Kobe died, his wife had to find out through TM fucking Z.
Yeah.
That Kobe died. That's fucked up. So you can only imagine what's going on in people's heads. But guess what, sis? The same thing you said that morning. That's how I chose to cope, regardless, because that's all I was thinking about, and blah, blah, blah. Stick to that shit.
Period.
You were in pain. I wanted to get high. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And so whoever says anything after that, all right, well, okay. And you can keep blaming it on your mom's death. Do what you got to do, but keep accepting responsibility for you smoking that shit when you should have been thinking about what is there. You weren't thinking. I can clearly say I wasn't thinking. The only thing I thought about is the pain that I felt, and I didn't care about shit else. Okay. You forfeited your way to the Olympics because you was in pain. And you have no other coping mechanisms, and nobody else could tell you shit. Because guess what? Somebody probably told her, I don't think you should smoke that shit.
That's why, as much as I want to knock her, because I said the same thing. Anybody that was around her, you failed her as well. But she gives me the vibes of somebody that
I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah, she gives me what the fuck I want to do type of vibes, especially the way she's responding to her fellow whatevers. I think she's what's pissing me off with her, but I'm gonna attribute it to her age, is that even with this other girl, this girl didn't say, yo, that was Sha'Carri smoking weed. That ain't got shit to do with us. She literally said, we want your support. There's so many of us that have worked so hard to be here. We want your support. And I feel like it's ignorant of all of us as Black people to just decide we're not gonna fuck with the Olympics at all. Like, it ain't mad other niggas in there doing whatever sport they're doing. It's like,
we worked hard to be there.
Yes. And my thing is, Sha'Carri worked hard to be there. She worked very fucking hard to be there.
She's made a mistake.
And this is a good lesson in, you know, to me, I was like, this is a very clear example of self-sabotage, and we just got to get better with our coping mechanisms. We got to get better with our coping mechanisms. And if we got to help each other more, we got to hold each other accountable for the things that we do.
And also take responsibility.
Take responsibility.
And continue to do that. Because she did that off rip. I was proud of her for doing that.
Proud of her.
I was like, yes.
If anything, we were arguing all the people in the comments, oh, that's fucked up. Everybody smoke weed. My nigga, that doesn't make it okay. You know, like, Olympics are so specific. Certain shit you can't even fucking drink. You can't have caffeine for certain shit if you're gonna do it, depending on what it is, if they feel like it gives you an advantage. Some shit you can't fucking do ibuprofen because they feel like it may give you an advantage. Like, there's so many things.
Yeah.
Can't do because I think it gets
and then they prove that weed does not enhance anything
at all.
So that's another thing that people kept saying.
Yeah.
Let her run. It's just weed. It didn't enhance anything. It doesn't blah blah blah. Okay, that's not the point of what the drug does. The point is the rules say you cannot smoke marijuana.
Yes, and I think when we make excuses for things like that, is we slowly diminish what it is, because it's like we have to still give credit for the Gabbies and the to the whoever the fuck else.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
like they were supposed to fucking do it.
What she's doing is very damaging to whatever like we're trying to build.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Because
shut up.
It's like the fake outrage, basically. It's like what are we outraged about?
Yeah,
what is it that we're outraged about?
And we got to pick our battles with this. Like, our little sis fucked up, and we just hope she stays in good shape.
Listen, I was fine when she did I watched the first part of the interview when she took responsibility. I didn't watch the rest of it. But once she started doing the tweets and stuff like that, I'm like, you're dumb.
She's childish. That's what it is. That's
childish.
it.
I would start looking at you different.
That was her defending herself. That was her coming out and saying, you ain't finna just that whole little,
like, ho, you can't beat, it's really on some ho, you can't beat me on your best day. Like,
that's Dallas, bro. That's the hood.
Sure.
That's the hood.
You know what would have looked better to me if she came out and said, "No, guys, there's my brothers and sisters over here that's going to go support them."
And that's what she should have did. That would have shown good sportsmanship.
Right.
She doesn't have that.
I saw an interview right before we started this podcast. They must have caught her in the airport or whatever, and they asked, "Hey, Sha'Carri, how do you feel about not being able to participate in the relay as well?" And she answered this well from what I saw. She was like, I don't really feel, much different about it. Me and my team kind of expected that to be the case because they didn't let me run in this one." And the interview got cut off, but she was just like, but that had to kind of be the case, because if my talent is good enough to run the relay, then why wouldn't you let me run in the whatever? That's where she was going with it. But it stopped. And if my talent is good enough for the relay, and then it stopped. And so they were just saying that she's just saying, I know what I need to do forward, going my career. Like, that was the heading of it. Sha'Carri, they called her and asked her. She just said, I know what I need to do forward in my career. But even the end of that sounds like she was going to go on some, well, if my talent is good enough for the relay, like, y'all want me to make y'all win this, but y'all don't want me to win this 100. It's that little bit of it where that's what Micah says. She's going to have to keep taking responsibility for the fact that the only person that got you out of this race was you, baby girl. And you got to just take that L and keep busting ass again for 4.
And guess what? Guess what? My Jamaican girl's gonna smoke that whole thing.
Oh, Shelly can whoop ass.
Shelly ain't playing with them.
But the thing is, a situation happened where this girl, she was about to run in the 200, and that girl from it was 2 black girls that were about to run a race, and I think it was the 200, and she goes to Harvard. Black girl goes to Harvard. They were about to run a race. Now, she moved. You're not supposed to do shit when the gun split. You ain't nothing, right? Yeah. So because
called a false start.
Yeah, because she false started, in a way, it caused 3 girls down to actually go, right? The girl who's going to Harvard, she did not get disqualified. The other girl, it's her first time being in the Olympics, first time trying out for the Olympics. She couldn't even run. They said, we're so sorry. She crying in the corner, all that shit, right? That's humility. That's fuck. God damn it, I fucked up. Damn it. They let her run in another
race.
Another race. That was unheard of. They don't even do that shit. Like, when you're out, you're out. That's it. Yeah. But they was like, you know what? Because she flinched, and I'm thinking both of them flinched, they should have both got disqualified. But because she went over the line, that's what caused her to get the penalty. And so if she had a little bit more humility, ain't no telling what the fuck could happen with her.
Exactly.
She shut up. Humility,
if she did shut her ass up, they would have tried to figure it out. She probably ran in the relay.
Be remorseful. Be like, you know what, guys? I'm going through so much right now. Like I said, ride the fuck out of that pain, bro. Because people respond to that.
I feel like she wouldn't have pissed the 3 of us off. We would have been more proud of her if she did that. But I still think she shouldn't have been allowed to run the relay either. You have to have more discipline than that. It's like,
yeah, I get it, but remember the time span. Serve your sentence, but you should be able to do whatever you want to do after your sentence is done.
But she messed that up for herself.
But she made it worse for herself. Shut up. Stop talking. Be quiet. Your mama, your grandma, your team, your coach should have been telling you to shut up. Stay off the internet. You know they gonna say whatever they gonna say to you.
Like I said.
Her thing is they don't want to see me win. They don't want to see me go up. Like, who the fuck is your coach?
I'm gonna be at the Olympics waiting on my girl Elaine Thompson coming through. Like, come on, girl, get him.
And like I said in my rant, when I saw that she won and the other girl, Gabby, too, I think I saw theirs. I reposted them all. I cried when I saw Sha'Carri's interview because I was so proud of her. It was the nails and the wig for me. I was like, look at this little black girl out here fucking shit up.
Black AF.
I was so proud of her. And like I said, we're still proud of her. She's definitely showing her age. And I hope this lesson just does what it's supposed to do, which is teach you.
I'm sorry, but I wasn't that proud because you know what I mean. I'm still with my girls back home. So
for me, if they black, they black. I'm definitely team Jamaican. I team her too. Like it's like I'm cheering for everybody that's black. And then
she was from Texas, so I was like, bitch.
Yeah, for me, it's everybody. The fucking map, I think it was the scammer nails. It was the scammer nails that did it for me. I said, you know, I like her.
Unapologetically herself.
Listen.
But she constantly has to prove herself. So in being authentically you have to prove to everybody that you're supposed to be where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So that stigma also fucks up your shit. Because you're constantly trying to prove to everybody that you belong. Yeah,
because it seems like she unfortunately, and if I'm just believing in the powers that be or just how things work out, it seems like sis really needed to be humbled in some type of way, because you got to think about it like this too. Imagine how many people she's like, man, I'm this, I'm that. If she does this persona with us, if there's a chance, she might have always had that persona with people around her. So the unfortunate part is all the people that's talking shit. Like, I know that's what's getting to her, but it's like, you got to just take it in stride that it's not that you're not talented. You still fast as fuck, but you did some dumb shit. And it's like, for all the things to be disqualified for, it's like, my nigga, so you ain't know you can do drugs before?
No, yeah. She just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna find out. Hey, they're not gonna find out.
Yeah, and she knew the rule. That's the thing. They know if you're signing up for the Olympics, that's a very strict. It's a very strict diet. It's a very strict schedule. Very strict rules. You already know that.
Believe it or not, every sports got it.
Fuck, I'm smoking this spliff.
Listen, every sports got it.
I'm doing
every
it.
Sports. When I was playing basketball, there was no sex before the night before the games.
Man,
you had to drink this amount of water. You had to eat this food. You had to do that, and that if you didn't stick to that, we knew the next day when the nigga was sluggish or whatever. We knew. We knew that nigga. You got something last night, didn't you? We knew. We knew. You know, so
you had a release, huh?
You had a release.
You release.
This nigga can't catch the ball. You had some boobs in your hand last night. You couldn't catch that ball.
Some titties. We definitely still wish Sha'Carri the best. And the good news is she's very young, and so she can easily bounce back from this. I hope she learns a little humility and whatever. I hope all the black people on this boycotting shit, please cut it the fuck out. I am not boycotting the Olympics because one of my little sisters made a mistake. I got a whole bunch of other little sisters on there. You can't. Hey, when Shelly step on the motherfucking track, oh, my mama, that Jamaican ass
Oh
lady.
yeah. Wow. We're going off.
Oh, it's gonna go down basement. And me and my mom sit there and we watch every race. And anybody that's black, we be like, all right, you know them real long ones? What them ones called? Would they do that shit forever?
Yeah, the 10,000 and
it'd be like always be somebody from like Ethiopia,
Africa. Yeah.
Yes, that just
smoke it. That's what we cheer for. We cheer for the black one in the game.
We cheer for the blacks. So it's like we wish her the best. And fun fact, apparently Tokyo's COVID numbers are alarmingly high, and they're kind of contemplating as of today if they should declare a state of emergency. So low-key, maybe they'll cancel this shit again. I don't know. Their numbers is real high and they don't like it. So maybe Sha'Carri.
I'm gonna give you a story. So I'm gonna give you a story, right?
Okay.
I have one of my classmates. He lives here now. He had an older brother that he was so good at playing football, that he went to try out for the Jamaica team and made it. This man would not stop smoking weed. And they found out that he was smoking weed, and they gave him the option to stop smoking weed and continue playing football. But if you continue smoking weed, we're gonna have to drop you. Right? He did not stop smoking weed.
Bruh.
And he'd show up to practice late. And he'd come to practice unprepared. And because he think he's that good, you don't need to practice. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen that like so many like Jamaicans lose opportunities because of the way they're stuck in their dirty ways. And I think
you're in athletics. When people do that, it's basically just like an ego thing, right? They feel like I'm just a shit. I don't have to follow by rules because I'm super nigga and I can do that, right?
Right. But it always turns around to bite everybody because
everybody knows.
There's people that there's a blueprint to doing this athletic thing. There's a blueprint. You
know that. We've watched the Cosbys and we've watched the Michael
right.
And we've watched the Serena. We're a tennis household over here. We
right.
Field, but everybody played tennis in my house, except you're the only one that never played tennis. So we definitely know the dedication that it takes to do this. And this is why we give it to Sha'Carri. We know she knows. Like she ain't just this, she's ready for it. But unfortunately, just a poor decision has kind of, altered your
and this is not just one little split. You could tell this is like she hit a couple. It's not just one little split. You know what I'm saying?
So just to wrap it up for the Black people, I feel like we have a tendency to justify and make excuses for people when they fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is a very crippling thing. It's a very crippling thing for our community.
Yes.
It does not breed stronger people. It does not breed leaders. It breeds people who become victims. It breeds people who continuously don't make good decisions, and they're expecting everybody to back them for their horrible decision that they made. So for the Black community, we need to breed better people. In order to have better people, we have to hold them accountable. We have to say, hey, we love you, but you fucked up. Next try. Next time, how about these coping mechanisms? This next time, how about you do this? Next time, blah, blah, blah. Because ultimately, you have to get consequences. We cannot run from consequences. And I feel like, yes, we've been through so much. Yes, this country ain't shit toward us. I know all of that shit. But when you do something wrong, you need to be punished for it. The same energy we want for that cracker who went off about monkey nigga this, monkey nigga that. We need to have the same energy for the person who decided to cope in a way that was illegal and that was against the rules for the Olympics.
We have to hold ourselves accountable.
And stop blaming.
Like, it's just weed. Everybody smoke weed, bitch. That's not what it's about.
You're not helping by saying let's boycott because you want to see sis win a race. Like, the bigger picture is not her winning the race. It's her accepting that she fucked up. That's the big picture. That's it. That's it. Fuck the race. Sis, you fucked up. Everybody say together, Sha'Carri, you fucked up.
You fucked up.
You fucked up.
And we're gonna watch everybody else, and
we are going to pray that you smoke the shit out of everybody, if that's what you want, in the next 4 years. But that's all we got for you.
Now you gotta go ahead and say, hey, I'm not gonna smoke this shit no more because I don't want to do it this time.
Or I'm not gonna do it. Or how about this? I'm gonna smoke my weed when I'm on my own time. Do what the fuck you want to do on your own time. It's so
simple and stupid, bro. It's just do it when you can do it. You can't do it right now.
Yeah, you about to be an Olympic star. You're about to possibly gold, silver. Come on, sis. It's so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I feel like the bigger picture, please hold everybody in your life accountable for the wrong shit. Do not let them say they fired me because X, Y, and Z, because guess what? If you got fired, that means you had a couple of offenses before you got fired. Yeah. You got fired because your ass is always late. Figure out how to be on time, bro. Like, that's it.
I agree.
That's a whole nother, that's a whole nother conversation for me to have right now. Like, everybody that got fired is never their fault. Never, ever their fault.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like you go into work every day complaining about some shit, never saying, hey, how can I make this a better situation? You just go there every day like, I just hate this job, fuck this job. And you start throwing papers around. Like if somebody say good morning, what's good morning? Fuck good morning. I don't care about good morning. Like shit like that. Like all they said was good morning. You know what I'm saying?
It's the throwing papers.
Man. So it's like taking responsibility is not common.
It's hard. It's hard for them to do. And I think I think Micah's part is that point was perfect, that we do justify shit a little entirely too much. And yes, we have been through a lot of shit. So it's like, okay, we deserve a break here or there. But it's like, if anything, I would have been prouder of us to stick with, nah, Sha'Carri, you fucked up, sis. Like, you know, whatever. But I get it. She's still, you know, like I said, we're still proud of her. And I'm sure she's going to stick to what she needs to stick to. Because now she has even more of a chip on her fucking shoulder. And she has even more of a point.
She got more to prove.
Yeah, she has even more she needs to prove. So, in 4 years, sis.
I wish you good health. That's what I wish you.
Yeah, you have more to do because more runners are coming out of Jamaica.
I'm saying they're gonna be young just like her ass. They're gonna be young just like her ass.
Yeah, young and wild and free. Okay. All right. That's it. I would like to thank you both so much for coming. Stretch, thank you for the very last minute. Alley, oop. You throw me the ball and then I throw the thing.
Yes, alley hoop.
Well, thank you for that.
We call it lobs nowadays. Lobs.
Oh, see, I don't know.
Toss you a lob. You know.
Thanks for the lob for coming on last minute. Mike, it's been a pleasure per usual. Please visit us at letitsaitforyou.com. You can also follow us at Let It Say It For You on IG, Let It Say It For You on YouTube, and Let It Say It For You, just the you, on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for listening. Goodbye. Oh, wait, ecstatic anniversary, July 17th. You know, be there or be square, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Loser if you're not there, bro.
Like, cancer season, baby. Cancer season. Talk about it.
Cancer season. All right. Thank you guys so much. Goodbye.